What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Raya and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. We're officially back in New York. We've made our way back from the long journey from Chicago to Los Angeles, now back in New York City.
Chicago to
in
LA.
the Barcel office. And that's really it. I'm exhausted. I'm genuinely exhausted. That, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah. The group has hit a wall.
We've all been together for, I don't know how many days straight. A lot of days.
It's been a week, but might as well be 3 months.
No, but more than a week, because before we went to Chicago, we were in the office every day.
Yeah.
So it was
definitely, but like traveling together.
And then we try, and it's just more just like, we're tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if we're being straight up and honest, and I know that when you're listening to a podcast, you want to escape, but if I'm being completely honest with how I feel right now talking, I've hit a wall. I've hit a wall.
Yeah. It's we're needless to say, we're glad the holidays are right around the corner.
Yeah, we just have hit a wall yesterday. Yeah. Long travel, whatever. It's fine. We're here. We do have a great episode. We have a great interview / just, it wasn't really, it was a conversation.
I know, this feels like let's just do a podcast. You know? This whole episode is just gonna have that feel.
Right.
And let's just do a podcast. What comes out comes out. What doesn't. And
it is what it is.
That's what we're gonna do today on this lovely Friday. Hope you all are having a lovely Friday.
Yeah.
Going into the weekend.
Right.
And we're just gonna chat.
Conquer the weekend.
About life.
Yeah, we had Trevor Wallace.
And our life.
We had Trevor Wallace on the show today, and he is so funny, so much fun.
Very fun.
So we had a great little chat with him. We have a great game of trivia, per usual. We are also going to throw Cutting Stems on this podcast for those of you who want a Bachelor in Paradise recap.
No Trent again. So, we're... This is
busy guy.
Yeah. Sadly, we just can't get Trent in here to do a recap with us.
And we're going to do an LA catch-up and Dance with the Stars, of course.
Another controversial trivia.
I was going to say, what game of trivia is this?
This is the big 1-0-0.
This is 1-0-0.
This was the big 1-0-0.
1-0-0. We have been dreading this, not gonna lie. No offense to the girls that we filmed with, because they were fantastic. Sweet angels. This is once again on us. How many times could this possibly happen so close together? It keeps happening.
It's on me.
Yeah,
Listen,
it is.
No, but the thing is,
I'm the bad guy.
Life goes on.
Life does go on. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
On.
Like, life goes on.
We'll play game 101. We'll forget about 100.
It's a game of trivia. You know what I'm saying? And people might say to us, well, it's a game of trivia. Why do you guys get so worked up? Well, because it's also a game of trivia. It's a competition.
Listen, you've played some live show trivia since then.
Right.
And
also, the mailman
Those
thing,
girls in Chicago were great.
Right. The mailman thing more fell on me being crazy about that. And I'm not going to back down.
Yeah.
I will not apologize. I won't. I refuse to apologize now about that. Yep. I do.
I did not have sexual.
Yeah, no. I am just not going to say, oh, I'm sorry I got worked up over that. Going forward, we're owning everything.
I never want you to apologize for something that you don't feel you need to apologize for.
And I think we met some lovely people at our live shows, and we talked about trivia. We said, hey, guys, how do you feel about this segment?
Yeah, that's true. But there were, some people love a little controversy.
And the real life people were like, we love when it gets controversial.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? That's the first time we're seeing this, because usually we hear a lot of feedback online instead of in person. And then in person, maybe they were afraid to say it to our faces, but they were just like, oh no, it's funny. And we were like, okay, so we just continue to own ourselves, and I will own the mailman thing, and we just move on. Yep. And we own the next mistake in game 100. And it is what it is. It's a game of life. It's not just a game of trivia. It's a game of life, ladies and gentlemen.
Life.
It's a little thing that we call life.
It's the game of love
and the game of life.
You know what? Someone submitted this idea. I wanted to see what you guys thought of it for trivia. That I thought would be cool. It would be a lot of planning into it. But if we did a tournament basically of all the winners, and they played each other, kind of like March Madness, and then maybe you guys host, or what do you
so
think
the
about
winners, that the people that have won against us,
but we're not playing. They're having a tournament.
They play against
each other, and then maybe the winner of all of them play you, or something like
a
that.
tournament of champions of sorts.
But they already beat us technically, so it's
Yeah,
not
we
even
don't-
like they're beating the
We
big head
don't-
honchos
yeah, I was gonna
at
say
the end.
we don't deserve to play them in the championship.
We don't.
They beat us.
Rematch.
They already beat us.
No, I just think that just
Or
sounds like
maybe you're not playing and it's just
no.
we just
That
host
just sounds
it?
like a fan tournament that we would host.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we play in that at all because we've already lost all of them.
We've lost. No, that's a
But it would
that's
be
a fun
cool to see
that's
like
a fun
people going
idea.
up against each other.
You're right. The fans going against each other and see how competitive they get against
Yeah.
each other. Yeah, I like that idea.
pretty
We could
heated.
workshop that.
Maybe like in March because of March Madness.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
feel like that's when everybody does those, though. You know, it's an oversaturated tournament time.
But maybe it's not. Maybe people want a little tournament. You know, from us. Who knows? We can workshop that.
I just think that's when they do Tournament of Champions on the Food Network.
Right, but you can consume multiple things at once.
No, absolutely.
I like that. Thanks for bringing that
That'd be cool.
idea to the table.
Whose idea was that you
I've
pitched?
Honestly, multiple people have sent like
Oh.
some variation of that, but
Well,
I would
shout
have
out to
I
all
would
of
have to
them
look
because
back
that
and
is their
find-
idea.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you for bringing it to us through them as well. And we could workshop something like that. That's interesting. That I would like to see people compete against each other and we host, change it up a little
Yeah,
bit.
do we do that all on Zoom? I guess we have to, right?
Right, unless we
Have to.
fly everyone
Yeah.
out and we do
Fly
a big
like 20
thing here.
teams here.
Yeah, no, we
Think
can't do that.
big. Think big. But yeah, we are back from our trip. LA was a lot of fun. We did a lot of cool things. We talked mostly about it. The one big shebang that we have not talked about yet is Dancing with the Stars.
We didn't really talk about the Lemons
the event. So
Foundation.
first, let's talk about the Lemons Foundation event run by Taylor and Tay, the Taylor Lautners. Beautiful, beautiful event. The Lemons Foundation is, a foundation that goes to the resources and helping people out that struggle with mental health. And they have helped a ton of people. They continue to help a ton of people. We heard some really sad stories that were being told at this event, but also inspiring stories at the same time. It was really beautiful all around. I think everyone, had a hard time holding back their tears throughout the night as well from these powerful stories that were being told. And it just was a testament to who they are as people as well. They are really sweet, really kind, genuine people who want to be there for everybody, their friends, their family, everybody. It was just amazing to be a part of that special night for them. It was their first time doing it, and it was an honor to be there and an honor to see what they have accomplished with this foundation already and what they continue to do going forward. Like, it just was really, really cool to be there.
Yeah, it just goes to show what type of people they are too, that they spent their 1 year wedding anniversary like planning this event, having it at that same time, setting up, organizing, gift bags, like really obviously doing a lot of this work and putting together a really, really nice event. And Kevin Hines spoke. And if you don't know his story, he was on an episode of The Squeeze, which you can go listen to.
Yeah.
But he had attempted to take his life jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge years and years ago. And he survived that and has lived to tell that story and how that changed his life and how he's using that to change other people's lives. And it was great to really like to sit there and hear that firsthand, and for everybody to really soak in what he was saying to us and tell that story. And it was a very well put together event where we got to really hear like why this matters.
Yeah.
Which it absolutely does. Taking care of your mental health so important. And then a fun gala type environment where they did an auction, and we're taking donations, a silent auction as well, and kind of getting to see like the fun things that people were bidding on and getting involved in, and
There
was really fun.
There was a Taylor Swift guitar signed by Taylor Swift.
We jumped in. We did. Our paddles went up. And then it hit a price point that and our paddles went down.
Cannot do. We were like, we'll split this. And
we had a number in our mind that we were like, how cool would it be to have this in our studio?
Yeah.
Can you say what the final number is or no?
No. And then it wildly the guitar went for like, it's amazing because it went for such a high price, and as it should, and it's going to a great cause, but like it was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was cool though.
And they raised a lot of money, which is awesome.
Right. And it was just, like you said, we both said it. It was just beautiful all around.
We got to see Tanya and Becca.
Getting to hang out with Tanya and Becca from the Scrubbing In pod. If you guys know, I'm sure you do. They're just always the best and always a treat. And I get like chills being around them. They just have such great energy to the both of them, and I just love being around them. And anytime we get to spend a little time, so. Well, you said Raquel. You have to be clear on who Raquel is.
Oh, yes. Raquel Stevens. Yes.
Like, you say Raquel. So,
I guess people do kind of make an assumption, right? Like, but I guess after like Tanya and Raquel. But yeah, and then, we met Bobby from Queer Eye, and we had not met him before. And we were chatting with him for a lot of the night. Amazing guy.
So nice.
Loved him. Loved chatting with him.
Had a great time with him.
What a doll.
Yeah, it was actually nice. Somebody we've never met before. And just had some great conversations throughout the night.
Sometimes you meet people in LA and you feel like or just even in general, if you just meet people in general, and you feel like you're asking them a lot of questions, and I'm like, is this person even listening? Are they really like? Are we having a conversation, or am I just talking at them? Yeah. And I felt like we were having like a real good conversation, asking us questions, asking him questions. Yeah. Lovely. It was great.
It was great. Yeah. It was great to meet some people. We saw Jake Shane again. Yeah. So that was fun. And it was just a great night overall. Really and I think that, and then we did Monday, we went on Kelsey's pod. We talked about that because she came on ours. And then we also did The Good Guys with Josh Peck and Ben Saw for A Boy With No Job. So that was a lot of fun. They came on ours. We went on theirs. We did a little swap. Lots of conversation. I love a conversational podcast like that.
When do we put it out? Monday?
That will be out Monday. And that was a ton of fun. So you guys can look forward to that. That was a jam-packed day, but it was a ton of fun. And then Dancing with the Stars was on Tuesday. That's how we ended our trip. We went from Dancing with the Stars straight to the airport.
Yep. Chicks in the Office is brought to you by Body Armor Light, a natural, low-calorie, low-sugar hydration drink. Whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, Body Armor Light has you covered. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Body Armor Light has great tasting flavors like peach mango and dragon fruit berry. I have the dragon fruit berry in my hand right now. We have had a long week, and there's been a lot of travel and a lot of time on airplanes. I feel like when you're on an airplane, you get to feel a little dehydrated. Even when you're traveling, you're not drinking enough where you're hydrating your body and taking care of yourself. So we're back in the office with the Body Armor Light. You can also get Body Armor Light wherever you are. It's available in stores nationwide, but you can head on over now to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. So all you have to do is head to Amazon. You can type in Body Armor, search Body Armor Light, and you can, the Body Armor store, you can shop everything they have, and it can get sent right to you. So make sure you're drinking your Body Armor Light. Dancing with the Stars was amazing. It was, I was so excited to end the trip on a high note like that.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I was looking forward to something the entire time we were traveling.
And the whole trip was a high note.
Oh, the whole trip was fantastic.
The whole trip, like, I just couldn't be more thankful that we went from, and we'll get into Dancing with the Stars, sorry, but that we went from Chicago, which was insane, to then going to LA and doing more cool things there and meeting a ton of really great people. And just like, you really sit back at the end of the night in your hotel room and you're like, wow, this is just so awesome that we get to do this. And like, I don't know, it was just nice. Really cool. Like it was a really cool trip all around. But yes, ending on Dancing with the Stars was extra cool.
It definitely was. We had to make sure all of our bags were packed. We were all ready to go. Everything was ready because, like you said, we were going straight from the ballroom to the airport. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we get there, we get through the entrance, we get to our seats, like the whole thing. I'm freaking out. Mm-hmm. And Ria's like going full like stage mom, like, honey, like, let me take a picture of you on the ballroom floor. I got so nervous. I didn't think I was allowed to step on it, but then other people were. So I was like, okay,
get on the ballroom floor.
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures of you right now. Get on the dance floor.
Step on the dance floor.
I was like, get on the dance floor and let me take pictures of you. And she was like, I'm too nervous. I'm like, what are they going to do? They're going to tell you to get off the dance floor. That's it.
Yep,
get on the dance floor and I'm going to take some pictures of you. So we did that. Yep. And that started a whole bunch of people came down to take pictures.
Other people were like, oh, everybody's you can take pictures.
Which you're allowed to do. You are allowed to do it.
Totally we could. And we saw our names on our seats. We were so excited. We were like, oh my gosh, we're in the second row. We sat behind Alfonso's family.
Yes.
It was very sweet. But when we were looking at the table settings, in front of us. And when I tell you the way I turned to you and gasped, because I saw Curtis from Love Island season 5, his name on the chair, and I went, and I was like, Curtis, his name's on the chair.
I was freaking out.
We had some ups and downs.
I was freaking out.
We had some ups and downs because they do, like, you have to get there early. So the whole like pre-hour before they're live, they have to tape some stuff, they have to do some stuff. So because not everybody's in there, you know, I'm in my seat, but the people who are like, don't get there early, who are like can slide in at the last minute, were not at their seats yet. So they needed fillers. So it looked like the place was full. Makes sense, obviously. So these people sat at the table and I was like, oh no. They took his seat. He's not here. He's not coming. Like we're, you know, rabbit hole of like, oh no, they're not coming. And then like put two into like later was like, oh wait, these could just be seat fillers. Like maybe they'll come back. And before the show started, Curtis and his brother and I believe his mom, I'm making that assumption, but I believe his mom came and sat. And you know what was funny is I got a bunch of DMs because people were like, oh my God, friend, like I know it's Curtis, but like that's also David Archuleta. I was like, it is.
Cool, yeah. No,
it
definitely
is.
David Archuleta.
And believe me, like I had a moment, I saw his name, I was like, oh my God, cool.
Yeah.
And you know, that's amazing. Like we were very close to these people. Why? And you know, sometimes I feel creepy because when you're sitting behind them, all you do is stare. Not on purpose. It's just like they're in my line of vision.
Right. I was freaking.
And I was watching, I was looking at Curtis a lot.
Yeah, I was freaking out about Curtis being there. Like I was like, whoa. Like I'm starstruck right now.
Yeah.
Like season 5 of Love Island is my favorite season of all time. How do we speak to him? Do we say, hey Curtis, we're big fans?
Yeah, I know.
And then
we missed our opportunity.
It's not even that, like you were gonna, and I was like, I'm too afraid. Like I don't know. I'm so afraid to speak to him.
There was a moment where the whole row in front of us was up. They must have either gone to the bathroom, back to the green room, wherever they were. And so there was just a big space between us and his table. And I was like, Raya, this is our time right here. Like I'll say his name and he'll turn around. But it's just,
I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Like I seriously had one of those moments that I was like, I don't even know if I want to speak to him because
No, honestly,
you know, like,
the Love Island UK people are like A-listers to us, truly.
I was like, it's like bothering Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, you're not bothering him. No, I know, that's a hilarious. Hell of a comparison.
No, but I just didn't want to bother him. Like he loves the ballroom.
No,
you know, if you know one thing about Curtis is that he loves the ballroom and respects the art of ballroom dancing.
Yep.
I'm not going to bother him in this time. Like I just was too nervous about it. But yeah, it was amazing to see him there and amazing to watch him. Like he's itching to get on that dance floor.
Yeah.
Like he
did Dancing with the Stars UK, did
right.
he not?
Something like he went on some ballroom dancing show in the UK.
Or like some kind of dancing show, didn't he?
But he's a ballroom dancer. And so you can tell that he was loving all of this and he wanted to be a part of it. And I just didn't want to bother him, but I was so starstruck by him. I couldn't believe it was Curtis in the flesh. I couldn't believe it. And then we were like talking, we were like, Curtis. And then he like turned around a little bit and I was like, I forgot. Like he could probably hear us.
He was a professional dancer on the Irish version of Dancing with the Stars. I knew there was some connection to it. So in 2017, he became one of the professional dancers for Ireland's Dancing with the Stars. And then he was on a few seasons. He was then... And then he went on Love Island after that.
He is a ballroom professional and he was there to support the art. And I couldn't appreciate that more from Curtis. I'm also not caught up with Love Island games. So that spoiled it for me. And I think it spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah. I mean...
Because I was like, wait, what's he doing here?
I will say that it was a week plus later. Like it wasn't like a recent elimination.
Right.
For him.
No,
he'd been eliminated.
And I just was like, I'm not caught up. Yeah. Oh, I was like, oh my God, he's here. Oh, so he's not on anymore.
And then I just said it to you. I was like, oh yeah, he got sent home.
And you were like, obviously
I was like, I'm not
here.
I'm spoiling it,
spoiled.
but I'm also not spoiling it because you're looking right at
Yeah, no, I was like, no, I know it's now spoiled. It's just hitting me in the face that he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
But that was really cool.
That was awesome. And just seeing the production, seeing how the show works, a lot of clapping, a lot of standing. A lot of clapping, standing, clapping.
Basically
which
a part
is,
of the show, not watching the show.
Yeah, which is as expected.
Yeah.
But they, ballroom was full. We could see everybody. We were close to the judges. Judges were cracking jokes. We were on Bruno's side, which I was thrilled about. I love Bruno. And he cracks me up because he like turns and looks at it and he'll make a comment and then he'll like turn and look at all of us to be like, oh, wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
And we're all laughing and chatting, and it was cute to see like, oh my God, there was really cute like kids there. There was one little girl that was behind us and she was so cute. And Derek was talking to her and she was like, can I take a picture with you? And he was very sweet. He was like, oh, like, can I take a picture with you? It was very nice. They took the picture and she was just so invested. And then when Barry got sent home, I turned around and she was sobbing.
She was
really
so
sad
upset about Barry
She was
going
like,
home.
no, I don't want Barry to go home. Like literally, oh my God, broke my heart. It was
really sad.
It was so sad, but
and then on top of the kid thing, there was a kid in front of us where the mom kept saying the kid was 8 years old.
Oh yeah, that was
the fakest 8-year-old of all time. The kid was like 4.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Like that, it was you had to be there.
Yeah, totally.
But if you were looking at this kid and you heard this kid was 8 years old,
no,
nope.
I don't know. I mean,
you never know, but no.
And all seeing the dances in real life was amazing. We saw some 10s. We saw some great dances. Seeing the Barry shirtless moment in real life was great. He looks great.
He gained a fan that day.
He really did a great job. Harry Jassy lives to see another day.
He's really bad,
and
he's really bad. Now seeing it in person, Barry was better than him.
He is trying hard, and I applaud him for that. But it does not come natural to him, and I just feel like if you just hit a certain point where like, if it's not coming, it's not coming, And I feel like he's got a lot of loyal, dedicated fans, and it's helping him big time right now. And he's still in it. It was Whitney Houston night. The music was amazing. Singing some live performances. Oh, Charity's dance with the acapella beginning of that song, amazing. Goosebumps.
Yeah,
You had goosebumps. I saw tears in your eyes.
Oh, I cried at Allison's dance. That one got to me because just also what she was talking about prior to it. Yeah. But I think Ariana's gonna win.
Yeah,
I think
really
Ariana is coming out the winner of Dancing with the Stars.
I hope so. I'm rooting for her
because not only does she have the entire world rooting for her, she also is really good.
Really good.
Like she's really good. It's not where it's Harry, where you have people voting and you're like, how the fuck is he still here? He's so bad, but he has a big fan base. She's really good.
Totally. And yeah, it was just like I said, fun to see the pros, see it all in real life. There was a moment where, and I honestly feel like I'm just like live reporting / I was just telling you stuff. I was like, well, I'm like, so that pro and that pro, they used to be married and they're recently divorced and they're dancing together in the group dances. Like what's happening here? Are they getting like clearly? I mean, I'm sure they get along, but like, to be paired up and you're in their matching yellow outfits, Emma and Sasha.
Why are they pairing the two of them up when they could be paired with other people?
Right.
Yes.
I mean, the behind the scenes of like the dance pro world when it comes to Dancing with the Stars, I also find fascinating.
Yeah, it must be messy.
It has to be so. I mean, there's so many relationships out of it, right? Like Val and Jenna are married, Peta and Max are married. Oh, also so sad but sweet. Like after Peta and Barry got sent off, Peta's kids came out onto the dance floor and her older son was like so sad, and I felt so sad for him.
Yeah, that was sad.
But there's just a lot of dance.
Right. I want
incest.
I want a separate reality show about the incestual relationships of Dancing with the Stars.
It's a good one.
It seems messy.
I think it's good for
but
sure.
But it makes sense. They're together. They're touching up on each other close. We talked about this before with Mauricio. It's like you're touching up on that person all day, every day. I asked you when we left, I said, so was it everything you dreamed of? Like what was the overall?
It was amazing. If I could do that every week, I would.
You would go every week?
Oh my God, yeah. Like
really?
if I could have a seat, like if there was a seat with my name on it every week to go watch that live, I would be there in a heartbeat.
There is like the dancing aspect is so impressive. Like I love watching people dance.
Like even just seeing the opening number in real life,
it was
just
so cool. It was
like,
the whole thing was so cool.
Good.
But it is more of a production than I think people think it is. With the, like you said, with the up, the down,
and it's just seeing the whole making of everything is just
TV.
TV is wild.
Yeah.
And people always love to ask too, because during the commercial break they clean that ballroom up fast because there's maybe there's confetti that goes off or something, all these things, and like they whip out fucking leaf blowers.
They got leaf blowers in between commercial breaks.
Leaf blowers in between commercials, but it's great. It was awesome.
Great production.
Loved it. And then we went right to the airport. And we were in our outfits, and we looked absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, my cheeks were out because I was in this half mini dress, half long dress. It was like on a slant, and we were in high heels, and we had to carry our bags. And so we're running through the airport because time crunch. And I'm like, we go in comfy clothes to the airport.
Totally,
fully comfy clothes always, and. There we are running around in heels and dresses in the airport with all our bags, and people are like, it's not the elevated airport look. Like I'm fully looking I don't even know where I'm coming from.
I had to take my boots. Like I did not have room in my carry-on for my boots, so I was like, I have to get these in my check bag before we check these bags. So. Like as we walked in the airport, I was like, guys, I just have to stop for a second. You go ahead. Like I need to take these boots off and like put my sneakers on. So all throughout going through security / checking my bags, I was in my dress tights and these white New Balance sneakers.
Oh, I got some good pictures.
Looked absolutely ridiculous. Like sometimes when you're in half an outfit, it seems like you go back and forth on like maybe that person's serious, Like for you, it's like, okay, you were in a dress and boots. Like obviously you're coming from somewhere and like that's not where you're going to get on the plane in. Like me being in the sneakers kind of could sell that like I was legitimately wearing that as an outfit.
It's airport chic.
Which was absolutely heinous.
And then,
but we had time to wash it all away, put our PJs on, and chug a glass of red, and then get on the plane.
Yeah. Billy Porter came walking in through security right behind you, and I have a hilarious picture of you in your outfit with Billy Porter walking through security in the background. It's so funny.
You gotta send that to me. I might post that.
It's really funny. It's a funny visual.
And literally, like, I was feeling so loopy too. Like Billy Porter's going through security. I turned around and was like, Billy, you were so great tonight on Dancing with the Stars. He was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, yeah, we were there.
He couldn't care less. He couldn't care less. He's going through security. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
okay.
I just guest host Dancing with the Stars. Like, I don't need this girl in her fucking weird tights and sneaker.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's probably looking at my outfit like, what the fuck is that girl wearing?
Or he's like, that's a choice. I respect it.
And then we, like you said, changed, got on the plane. I spilled Prosecco all over myself.
But that wasn't even your fault. There was a hole in your glass.
Honestly, like,
liability.
I might have to call my lawyer, aka my father.
No, I said that we
like you send them this video.
Did you just pull my father's
Yeah,
a lawyer?
I said my father's a lawyer. I might call my father.
Oh my god. You're like the kid.
My father's a lawyer.
The boys in high school
that was intended to come off as a joke. But no, that was insane. There was just a giant hole in the glass. Like I've never seen that happen before. It wasn't like the top.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's weird. Like the top of the glass.
You could have lied and said you swallowed a piece of glass.
Yeah.
And taken Delta for all their money.
Yeah, and they got a lot.
And yeah, they do.
But no, it was weird because the top of the glass was totally fine. Like putting my lips on it, sometimes you can tell if like a glass is chipped.
Mm-hmm.
Totally fine. It was just like halfway down there was just
it didn't even.
How does that even happen?
It didn't even make sense logistically how that hole appeared.
It made no sense. But I basically went like this and just
poured
fucking poured it down my entire body.
all over yourself. No, but we were feeling good when we got on that flight. And then those meatballs.
And you got your meatballs.
That
we both did.
They were delicious.
Really good.
The John and Vinny's meatballs were very good. They were, what I expected.
Yep.
We talked about it on the last podcast. I said I'm excited for these meatballs, and they were delightful. I put on an episode of Friends, ate the meatballs, and fell asleep.
That flight is sneaky faster than you think because just flying that way, Jetstream, you go faster than when you fly to LA. So like by the time we like ate and got snuggled up and ready to sleep, like there's only like 3.5 hours left.
Yeah, it was wild. It was only like 4 hours.
So my ring told me I was asleep for 3 hours. Worst sleep score I've ever gotten on this bad boy.
I would assume.
Not shocking. No, did not hit REM sleep once. 0%.
How does the ring know you're asleep?
It's the technology. I don't know. It knows. It's all about your like heartbeat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And it knows. Like
if I closed my eyes, it wouldn't. I couldn't trick it.
Well, it's not closing your eyes.
Well, if I was super relaxed and like laying down,
it'll pick up if I take a nap.
No, I know. I'm just like, how does it know when I'm like in a deep sleep?
You're
it's
just
your heart
asking
rate. I don't know.
questions
It
that
has
have to do with the technology of the thing that
body
we don't know
temperature.
about.
I don't know. I
does.
believe what it tells me, and it checks out. Like when I wake up in the morning and I feel like I didn't have a great night's sleep, and I look at it, I can see like how long I was in deep sleep, REM sleep, light sleep, and it makes sense. Anyway, by the time we landed, it was like we landed at 5:45-ish a.m. And then it took an hour for our bags to come out, which, people, I feel like we are, me, you, us, all of us are just, there's always like a complaining travel story, which is fair because everybody's got something to complain about when they're traveling. Never is there a time when there isn't one thing to complain about. But I will just mention that was absurd, and we can move on from that.
I think we all were in the stage where we were like...
That felt like a fever dream. I don't even remember that happening.
I was in the stage where I was like, I'm just going to make jokes about this and keep positive.
Yeah.
Or else it's going to go south.
Isn't that crazy? That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. That's
I'm telling
crazy.
You, even last night I was having dinner and I was like, oh my fucking God, that journey of getting our bags was this morning. It just blacked out of my memory.
I was standing next to Noah and Sarah, and I was just hitting the robot, and I was like, I'm trying to entertain them right now because I think we're all going to lose our minds if we don't joke around about this right now.
Right, because not only were the bags not coming off, but the carousel alarm just went off for 45 minutes straight. The blasting alarm.
And that guy.
There was a guy who just like yelling at everyone.
Screaming.
Yeah.
This is the exit. This is the exit. I was like, we fucking get it, dude. Nobody's walking that way.
Yeah, like we're all waiting for our bags.
No, but that's why I prefaced the beginning of this podcast saying like, we all have hit a wall. We are obviously still doing whatever. It's just, of course, at some point, you hit a wall. And I think everybody could say that at some point they hit their limit. And we have hit our limit in terms of like, it's just been go. And then when you get put to a stop, that's when you hit the wall. If we were still in LA and we were still going, we wouldn't hit that wall yet. But considering we flew home yesterday, had that whole travel day, had that full stop, the wall then hits the day after that. Because you're like, oh, we've been put to a stop, a halt. Then the tired, takes over.
I am the biggest proponent sounds like I'm in favor of it, but I will double down on the fact that any type of like sleepiness or like long weekend or hangover, whatever it is, day 2, always the toughest day. Like if you have a bender of a weekend or you're just tired, whether you were drinking or not partying, whatever it is, like Monday, you can kind of like laugh through the pain a little bit, because you're like, what a weekend, crazy, it's Monday again. But when Tuesday comes around, you're just like, oh, fuck.
Well, that's what it was. Like,
it's fucking Tuesday. Like, I'm exhausted.
Right. Yesterday, we were laughing through the pain because
Yes.
it was kind of funny. Like, you're like, oh, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
This is funny. Great trip. You're on that high. Like, we just had the greatest trip. And then the next day when you're like, oh, we are back in the office doing all this, you know, the tiredness hits more. But it really was such a crazy 6 days between Chicago and LA, and like meeting so many cool people. We talk about this all the time, but meeting our listeners in person is always such a treat. Like, it's like, oh, you are actually listening to this show and are the reason we get to do these cool things. Like, I love meeting people. We even met some nice girls at Dancing with the Stars, you know, and in LA, it's different than the East Coast, you know, going from, or even the Midwest, Chicago, going from there to the West Coast is always a little bit different. I think our listeners are more East Coast. But even meeting, you know, lovely girls in LA that are like, oh my God, I'm like, whoa, like they know about us in LA now? Like, that's crazy. So it's just really cool. And the fact that we get to do all these cool things, regardless, you know, like you said, of everyone has a travel complaint, but just such a whirlwind. And then you come back to the office and people are like, well, you guys had a crazy couple days, huh?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we
sure
had. But being back home is nice, and I'm excited because there's a new Whole Foods that opened up near me, and me and Marty are gonna hit the Whole Foods later. You know, we haven't gone yet.
You're growing up.
No, I know, it's a big day night. We're going to go to the Whole Foods because it's exciting when you get like that kind of grocery store in your area, you know, and you don't have, like, you have the, you know, we got ShopRite or whatever, but this Whole Foods has been in the making for a long time, and opening day was when we were away. So he was like, I can't go without you. Like, we need to go in here together. And so we were like, you know what? After work on Thursday, we're hitting up the Whole Foods. We're hitting up every aisle, every floor, see what they got going on.
Forget a little handheld little shopping cart. You need the full push cart.
No, yeah, we're going big.
Fill that bad boy up.
That's what my Thursday night consists of. I cannot wait to hit Whole Foods with my fiance.
I have a Friendsgiving, which we are in Friendsgiving season right now, big time. And I love a good Friendsgiving. I do. And I love all my friends very much, but I told them that I will be showing up with like wine or something that I can just go purchase.
More like friends not giving.
Yeah.
Friends not
giving. Thank you, Noah. Something that I can just purchase. Something I can purchase and give.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Yeah. Who doesn't love a nice little bottle of wine? Bottle of wine, you know, whatever.
Couldn't possibly like actually cook something.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't cook anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you're cooking anyway. You're not going to pick today to whip something up.
No, but people try to, you know, for Friendsgiving, like even if you don't really cook, like I'd be like, hey, like I can make fucking mashed potatoes if I need to, you know? Like, but it's just
mashed potatoes are harder than you think, though.
I could order some.
They are, but I'm not, I can, you know, I can cook if I need to. So I can whip something together, but for this, not this time. Not this time.
And that's all right. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's really it for everything we had to catch up on.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up. This was just a cute little thing. Today is the date.
Yes.
Zach and Cody, that their reservation is ready from that episode that's been everywhere. The episode they asked for a reservation, and she goes November 16th. At 7:30 p.m. in 2023. And now we have reached the point.
I didn't know that the year. I thought you were just saying it's like in the year.
No.
You didn't watch the video that Sarah sent?
No.
Damn, Sarah.
I got lost. I didn't even see it.
Right. She sent us to TikTok.
Oh, I missed it.
My aunt sent it to me too. She said she thought of me when she saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, but 2023, and it's crazy that like when they filmed the episode, they were like 2023. That sounds so far from now, and now we have reached that point. I do wish Dylan and Cole maybe could have done a little something funny.
That would have been funny.
But I feel like they're so
like they sit down at an Italian restaurant or something,
and they're like, so we made it. Yeah, that would have been funny, but they are so above that. But maybe it's not 7:30 yet. So maybe they're waiting.
Yeah.
Pacific time too.
You know, maybe I hope they do. But,
I hope they prove me wrong in me thinking that they think they're above it.
Maybe they're just privately eating spaghetti together. You know?
At 7:30 tonight.
At 7:30.
Maybe. That would be funny if they did that. So who knows? So I'm just saying it hasn't come out yet.
Do they have TikToks? Like, does Cole have a TikTok?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not that active. I mean, I don't follow you.
I feel like
they're not really, which is why I'm saying I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe
I feel like they go through like stints of like
Yeah.
being active on social media versus not being active on
even
social
maybe
media.
like posting something on Instagram. Hey, a girl can dream.
Yeah, we could. We'll see what happens though, because like I said, I already started shitting on them for not doing it, but it's not 7:30 yet, so I'm gonna give them till 7:30 Pacific time, and then we'll see what happens.
Although if they were being true to the show, it was in Boston.
It was in Boston, so it would have been Eastern time. Yep.
True. Yeah, there's not too much else to hit. I mean, like you said, we have a great conversation with Trevor, and we have trivia. I went home immediately, and I think a lot of people felt this way on Wednesday. Is like we're friggin' glued to New Heights, and like when it comes out, it's like gotta watch. And just like how I feel like you gotta watch our show on YouTube, you gotta watch their show on YouTube. You know, and as soon as that YouTube hit, put it on my TV, watched the whole thing. It was great to hear the little update.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that on the TikTok they feed me the clips that I want to see from New Heights, and I don't watch the whole thing. I don't.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'll
not
be
too
honest.
The rest is
intrigued.
like football.
Yeah, I'm not too intrigued into the football aspect of it.
Super fair.
But I like hearing what he has to say and what Jason has to say. Oh, the People's Sexiest Man Alive part was hilarious.
Yeah, that was really, really funny. Really fun. The like, what I have. It's not like a fear, but I always feel like when I'm seeing, which is dumb. I mean, I guess sometimes though, I feel like our TikTok clips need context, you know, where I'm like, I saw the clip and I see it, but in my mind, I'm like, maybe he said like one other sentence about her, you know? A lot of the times everything is just in the clip, but I was like, maybe there's one other moment. Like Jason made a joke about Labyrinth being played. That wasn't in a clip. That was in the episode.
I saw it in a clip.
From that they put out themselves, or that
I'm
somebody
saying
else clipped?
people. My For You page feeds me clippings from other people.
Other people clip it and put them out.
Other people
Yeah,
clip
yeah.
the
Not
full
like from
parts.
the official show.
Not from the
account.
official show, but I get fed the full parts that I need to see.
Yeah.
Like part 1, part 2, part 3 on my TikTok.
There you go.
Like they know that they know.
Yeah.
And it just comes up my For You page and I see it.
Jason being like, yeah, that Timothy Chalamet is not for me was
Hilarious. He said not my style.
Not my style. Not, you know, and you know,
Fair. Yeah.
No one would think it would be.
Right.
You know,
No, I loved that. That was hilarious.
but yeah, no, it was a great conversation.
I also
for
love
sure.
that Jason was calling Taylor's dad Scott, and Travis was calling him Mr. Swift.
Yeah.
It was like Scott's an old friend to Jason. Mr.
Yep.
Swift is, you know, his new girlfriend's dad.
And I felt it from Jason being like, damn, you fucking got him to wear the Chiefs lanyard. What happened? What happened to him being an Eagles fan? Just all happened so fast.
He's just a fan of
I'm looking
football.
at these view numbers that they get on the YouTube. Wild. The
Yeah,
one that
millions.
they put out yesterday has over 1 million views.
Yeah, millions. And
All the
it'll be even
Swifties
higher. And like also, but I will say though, Noah, like even pre all the Taylor Swift stuff, it's up there as far as views.
They're in the NFL.
Yeah. Definitely. But like once again, that's really been like a dominating thing. I haven't really been I didn't really see any other like big stuff,
Right.
you know?
That's been
Maybe a Beyonce residency.
the Sphere in Vegas. That was news.
I would dish out some big bucks for that. I would.
It would be a special concert to go
It
to
would
for
be.
sure.
It would
But
be.
you said you don't know if you could handle the.
I think I could. Kelly was saying she doesn't think she could.
Oh, Kelly was saying that. Yeah.
The Sphere, like
Yeah.
with the lights and the screens and everything. I don't know though. You never know until you're up there, really, like
Yeah,
on
you
how
don't.
it's going to affect you.
Apparently, they have sick tents there because people have been getting sick.
Yeah, but that would be insane, and I could only imagine how expensive those tickets would be.
Right, they'd be insane.
They would be so insane.
Right. But that wraps up everything we're going to talk about in this portion of the podcast. You know, next week we'll be back to your regular scheduled regularly scheduled programmed pop culture show. You know, no more crazy adventures in Chicago or LA. We will be here.
Although we will be off Friday.
The Friday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, but we do have an episode on Monday and Wednesday next week.
Yeah.
And
Time to be like a couple of homebodies till after Christmas.
yes, we're gonna get nice and cozy at home. But we're gonna get into the rest of the show.
This Bachelor recap is brought to you by Coors Light. The holidays are full of get-togethers and celebrations, but in between all the excitement, it's important to pause and make time for the little moments too. Like when the party's thinned out and you get to crack open a beer with a few good friends, those are the moments that are made to chill. So take a second or two to chill this holiday season with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. Take a break from the holiday hustle with Coors Light. You know it's ready when the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue. Your beer is cold and crisp and as cold as the Rockies. That way you always know when it's time to chill. So when you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. After our show in Chicago, we went to Barcelona North. We had our Coors Light ready to go. It was time to chill, enjoy after a fun night out, making sure we had our Coors Light. So make time to chill this holiday season and reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, everyone, we are back for Cutting Stems, the after show Bachelor in Paradise edition, week 8. We are almost at the finish line here. We have Thanksgiving, so there's no episode, but this next week. But this episode, once again, we're bringing the drama. There's dates happening. There's new people on the beach. But I know we're like deep into the season. Like it's week 8. There's only so much time left. Mm-hmm. None of the couples, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for them to like maybe get engaged. Like There's not... Every Paradise season, there's always like one or two couples that I'm like, oh my God, amazing. Yes, they're gonna get engaged. Like I feel the love. I don't really have strong feelings about any of these couples. Like I feel like Kylie and Avon are probably the top one, and I'm like, good for you guys.
Yeah, I don't see any of them getting engaged. There's no like really strong relationship right now where everyone's like, oh my God, I love them together so much because it's been like flip-floppy a lot.
Yeah, it feels very situational. Like
they might be the only ones.
They're coupled up because they're like all these people. The people that are coupled up on the beach are coupled up because we're on the beach. You know what I mean? Like I don't think any of these people are really genuinely thinking about life after the beach. Yeah. I think that like there's so much uncertainty. It's half couples, half uncertainty, and I think that there's too much uncertainty for the people that are in couples to really feel good about it. And I think after this episode, one little roast, we'll talk about it at the end, shakes up like 5 couples. Like relax. Like everybody's too sensitive, too high strung at the moment, and I think it has something to do with the energy in the air.
Yeah, definitely. The only one that I also could maybe see, because they did have a... Did they go on a date?
Yeah, Rachel and the double
Sam.
date. The double date.
No,
yeah.
Was her name Sam too?
Yeah.
Sam. Sam, Peter
and...
Kylie and Avon.
Kylie and Avon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Peter and...
That day was lame, by
Peter
the way.
and Sam are the only ones also that I could see maybe like... They give me kind of like Kenny and Mari vibes.
Yes.
Where like they'd stay together. They like go
Kenny
back
and Mari
and live
got
their
married
lives.
this weekend.
Kenny and Mari
Oh
did
my
get
God,
married.
they did? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Puerto
congrats
Rico.
Kenny and Mari.
Yep.
Wow, congratulations to them.
So maybe, I mean, they seem like they have a connection, but Jordan came down. Mm-hmm. He was on Rachel's season. He went on that initial first one-on-one with Rachel where she sent him home, and we were all confused because it did seem like they had a connection.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I remember that very clearly because, he put on a great show. Like everything about that date was great. And so her sending him home, it was like, oh, damn, Rachel's not here to play. Like it almost felt... like she was making a statement more than actually thinking about how the relationship could be, almost being like, if I'm not feeling it immediately, you're gone. Like it kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think with Rachel's season, the fact that Gabby was a part of it, I think plays a lot into how she handled herself on a lot of things. Because I think that while Gabby was on her like own journey and was really good about that, I think Rachel felt a lot like she was getting compared all the time.
Right.
And so I think that she did a few things along the way that kind of like try to show that she means business too. Mm-hmm. And I think that he was a casualty of that for sure.
Yeah.
And they did get a redo. Like they got to go on another day. Also, Jordan came down with another guy.
Tyler.
Never
saw him before in my life.
Taylor. Never
I
seen
think.
him. He didn't get 1 second of airtime. He didn't get a date. He didn't get a moment. I mean, I don't know
he was
why.
kind of annoying.
I don't know why he's there.
Do we know where he's from? Rachel's or Charity?
I think Charity season.
I don't remember him at all.
Why? you're gonna send this guy down to the beach. You're not even gonna give him a date. Like,
Really
what's the
weird.
point of sending him down there? You know, just to like sit there.
Maybe to give Olivia another option. And that's the thing too, is now we have 3 single guys and 1 single girl on the beach. So my question is like, and I forget if they said it or not, they're not doing a rose ceremony. They're all staying another week. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I feel like another girl has to at least come down to give any of these people a chance. Or are they just going to literally bring these guys down for 5 minutes and get them out
And
of
then
there?
send him home. I mean,
Feels like a
probably I feel
waste.
like that seems to be what's gonna happen. Olivia did get a date with Mike.
Uh-huh.
And she couldn't remember his name there for a
That was
moment.
funny. It was funny for a second. She's just so like, I'll literally take anyone.
Yeah. It just feels like at this point,
I'm still on the fence how I feel about her.
Same.
Same.
I flip flop.
I'm
It
not,
depends on
like-
the
I flip-flop
episode.
too. Me too.
Yeah, I'm not.
She was kind of annoying this
crazy.
episode, I
Yeah,
felt.
yeah, I agree.
Everyone was kind of annoying me this episode. Like I think I'm
Yeah,
like,
and I think like
You feel like you're on the beach with them.
I feel like I'm on the
spending
beach.
too much time with them.
completely.
Yes.
But I do. I feel.
I
like
think she has the
they're
most
just-
amount of screen time too, which always is a recipe for disaster because
I
you're going to
know.
be the most
Over-
annoying to the public if we see you the most.
Totally.
It's just bound to happen.
Yeah, overexposure.
Yep.
She's overexposed at the moment. And I don't really care what's going on with her.
And I feel bad because I just like don't care about the next guy she goes on a date with either because I'm like, oh, this is just like, oh, is Mike going to be the one now? Like,
Yeah,
it's been like
she
it's
very
it's not
clearly
working.
wanted John Henry, and that's just not happening anymore.
Right.
And it's very clear that she's going to be hung up on that the rest of the season.
Completely.
So might as well just
She holds
go
grudges.
home.
She can't let
like,
it.
in the nicest
Yeah.
way possible.
No,
like,
totally. She
Maybe just
can't-
call it a day.
And anybody
Cannot
that's
let it
like
go.
that excited to do a roast too, I'm like, okay, calm down.
Right. Oh my
so
God.
agree. I
And I was
so
like,
agree.
oh, we all know where this is
It's
going.
like, oh wow, you're really gonna get him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
Wait, can we talk about that though? Because
Are we jumping
we'll talk
ahead
about the
to
roast.
the
We're not
roast?
jumping to the roast, but I want to talk about Katie Thurston. Is what
Are we jumping ahead to Katie
Wait,
Thurston
let's
arriving?
Let's wait a second. Let's wait.
Oh,
'Cause
okay,
Katie
okay.
Thurston and the roast are all
That was one
They're all
section.
one
But
and
I'm-
the same.
But no, true. But I'm thinking more when she came down and talked to Blake because
Yes,
I just want
but
to talk
we-
shit about Katie Thurston.
I want to talk about Rachel though. Back
yeah,
to Rachel
yes,
for
we
a
talked to
second
her.
because
Yeah.
she did go on that date with Jordan and they had a connect. Like it seemed like maybe they were reconnecting, like whatever. But then like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of dates that are sort of just fizzling this season. Like people are going on dates and they're like, that was a great date. We made out. We had fun. But like,
and then she's back to Tanner.
Right.
Because
That's
you're
what-
like,
Yeah.
But
wait,
she was like,
you just had
actually Tanner.
You just had a great date with Jordan,
Yeah.
but now you want to see where it's going to go with Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like there's really at the end of the day, we all need to take in that you guys are not getting engaged, any of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Because
one's
there's
getting
not enough time now.
We're still going on first dates week 8. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
I also
yeah,
think
yeah,
that
yeah.
I also think that now even though dates seem to mean so much in the beginning, like who went on a date with who or who didn't talk to somebody, like they put so much pressure on the dates that now by the end of it, these dates mean nothing. Like they almost did the exact opposite. Like, oh, it's just a date. Who cares? Like, whatever. Yeah, we hung out. We made out. We had fun. But like, that's not going to sway me from my original decision of like hanging out with Tanner or whatever. And I'm interested in how people feel about the dates. You know what I mean? They don't carry as much weight. anymore.
No, they definitely
I
haven't.
don't know when that flip flopped, but
everyone, like everyone was definitely comfortable. I think Jess and Blake had reconnected, and I think they like Jess thought that they were in a good place, and Katie Thurston comes down, and we don't know if she's there for a date or not to date, whatever. So, but she immediately pulls Blake because they have not seen each other in 2 years. They broke up over the phone. That is very strong. I mean, at the end of the day, like they had a nice conversation.
Yeah, it was
like I
fine.
think it was like whatever. I feel bad for Blake because I do think that having that conversation took him to a place and like reminded him of like, oh, I did like love her.
Of course.
And it happened from this show when I proposed. And I think that made him think about his current situation and was like, that nowhere close. Like I think like that
Definitely.
made him look at the relationship with Jess and be like, this is not.
which is a little malicious. And
Yeah.
also Katie was coming down like, I don't necessarily think that she ever came in with the intention of like getting back with Blake.
No.
But she was definitely like flirty with him and like very complimentary of their relationship. Like in almost like leading into what I was worried was going to be like, I want to do it again.
Well, Katie's just like that type of girl that after a few years, like no matter how the breakup is, she sees the guy. She's like, oh my gosh, like what a time we had, right?
such a good
Like,
No, so true.
you
And
know,
that bothers me though that
that's
she did
no,
that.
I'm not saying
because
it's a
I
good
also
trait.
was going to say, like, did they have to have a conversation? Like
No.
they broke up 2 years ago. Like it's not like
that's for
for the Bachelor. Yes,
For sure.
because she's coming down. I guess she has to pull him. But at the end of the day, she has dated somebody in between this
Right.
already.
Yeah.
So
Multiple people
it's
between.
not- right.
Multiple people.
It's not even like her last relationship was Blake.
No.
Yeah.
Like there's been some time
I
in
understand.
between this.
I do understand the like clear the air conversation. I
Yeah.
do just wish there was a little less emotion behind it from Katie, because I feel like she came in and was very like, Blake, our time. She could have been like, hey, listen, they asked me to do this. I'm obviously not here to date on the beach. I don't want to make this awkward. We had our ending was what it was, and we can move on. Let's be cool. Then it becomes a lot more emotional than that, which I didn't like. I felt like she was kind of manipulating his feelings a little bit. But then we get to the point where she introduces herself to everybody, and she starts with her fucking stand-up routine and tells people that they can laugh.
Yeah.
It
You
was-
guys can
no,
laugh. It's
it was-
funny. It's like, I don't know, though, Katie, 'cause
Everything-
Blake looks really upset because you just upset him on the beach,
And then you
what you're
said-
saying isn't funny.
And then you said that he comes fast and first.
No, like, why?
You basically said that he did not pleasure you.
It's
in front of
fucked up.
everybody.
It's fucked up.
And let me tell you, besides the jokes at Blake's expense, because we are Blake Moynes fans.
We are.
I was so thrilled to see this happening because of how uncomfortable it was. Like I was like,
Oh, of
man,
course. Well, it was
this
great for
is-
TV. It was great for
This
TV.
is excellent. Like we have been watching Katie Thurston stand-up clips on Instagram,
Yes.
and now it's being brought to the beach,
Yeah.
and everyone's
Dude.
uncomfortable. Nobody's laughing. Nobody thinks this is
When
funny.
you have to instruct people to laugh,
Guys,
at things
it's
you're
funny.
saying,
Yeah.
then don't, like, that's not why they weren't laughing, Katie. Like, they weren't laughing because they like didn't think it was funny.
Right.
They weren't laughing because it wasn't funny.
If
like,
something
it wasn't,
is like really, really funny,
Yes.
people are gonna probably
The
laugh.
only smile-
or some people might be afraid. I don't know.
the only
this
smiles
goes back
that
to
came
like
about was after Katie said, "I'm not here to date anybody." Then all the girls visibly were like, "Oh, thank God!"
Oh,
like
yeah,
that was,
yeah, yeah.
and that was the only moment of like them being comfortable during the situation. And they were excited to do the roast, they're excited to do all those things, but like trying out the stand-up when you're coming in and people are worried, and literally Blake seconds before that comes in looking distraught.
Yeah.
So how are they supposed to react?
it just cracked me up that it was like, all right, let's bring in our big comedian of the franchise.
No, it's crazy.
Katie Thurston.
She was introduced as a comedian by Jesse Palmer later
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I say this with the utmost respect for her desire to be a stand-up comedian.
It's hard.
We have
It's
a different type of humor.
Yes.
Like I just,
Yes.
my
that's a
her
good way to say
humor,
it.
not my cup of tea. Maybe she
No.
wouldn't think I'm funny. I don't really care. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. I
Yeah.
watch her videos. I'm like, okay, Katie is doing
Agreed.
this.
Right.
She's, and I don't know, the roast type of comedy
Mm-hmm.
that we saw is also like my least favorite kind of comedy.
Yeah.
I think I mean, unless we're talking like Jeff Ross roast master,
Yeah, comedy, Comedy Central roast.
Yes,
are
But,
always good.
When other just like trying to do a roast,
Mm-hmm.
never. I always feel more uncomfortable than I am laughing.
Right, because
Yeah.
it is exactly what it is, and it's non-comedians writing jokes
Yeah.
that are always going to be low-hanging fruit jokes
Mm-hmm.
that you're never like, bam, that was
Right,
crazy,
yeah.
because they're not comedians. So that's what you're gonna get is
Yes.
cringy jokes that you go, ooh, like when somebody made a joke about Kat's face and was like, and it barely moved because of all the Botox
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah,
Like,
that's like,
you
stop.
shouldn't have to explain the second
Right,
part
no,
of the
right,
joke.
right,
right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, there
And
was
also,
just-
the
it's
only
not
thing
so
I'm-
obvious that she has all that like she doesn't. I don't look at her and I'm like, wow, Botox face. Like, it wasn't so.
The only thing that I actually had a little bit of a giggle was Avon impersonating Rachel.
Oh yeah. Well, Rachel
but
did not
other
like
than that, but and it's also just there's no comedic timing.
No.
Like the
Right.
way they're saying it isn't coming off funny. It's like look like they're reading off a piece of paper. And it's like, yeah, it would be great if Rachel, if it was really Gabby who came down the beach. Like
that
I was
was
like,
that one was
you
just
know, like,
mean.
It was so mean.
Like
That
the
one
way
was
it's
just-
delivered, there's no punchline. It's just like a
Completely.
mean statement.
Yeah, that was
so
just
like that,
mean.
and that was Tanner. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
That's
bad
fucking
look.
crazy.
That was
Come
bad.
on.
And it was very clear when Rachel insinuated that she opened up to Tanner about things that she probably did open up to Tanner about the comparisons between her and Gabby
Definitely.
and how
Yeah.
that affected her. And then to use that against her is so
It's
cruel in my
mean.
opinion. And I'm all here for a good joke.
Yeah.
But that one, I was like, really, I was with Rachel on that. I was like, all right, that was too far. Let's just say it was no It was no Nate at the Barstool Awards.
No, it certainly wasn't.
That was no Nate at the Barstool Awards.
That was a good ass roast. Well, that's the thing too, though.
It's either it's either you play fun or you like really go all in, and you go all in for everybody. Like you don't single anybody out.
No.
You like, and of course, how this is edited, it's like you see like only a certain people talk to. But no, there were some tough moments in that, and the cringiest, I like almost had to just like close my laptop and like move on.
Yeah,
was Olivia being like, "How do I taste?"
Oh my God, the absolute.
No,
that is not. I'm not joking. That's the worst thing that can come out of somebody's mouth.
No, I know.
When somebody like date like
yes, no, it's fucked up. It's fucked up to say that.
It's like
it's fucked up
Kylie,
to imagine it.
Kat,
it's also like you don't have the.
Thanks for stealing my.
I would only. Use
all I have to
that.
say is, how do I taste?
I've talked
literally.
about this before. Like years ago, I've talked about this.
Yeah.
But somebody on what was the show? Double Shot at Love.
Yeah.
Double Shot at Love.
Yeah.
So
Teal Tequila.
Teal Tequila.
The one with Vinny and Pauly.
Oh, sorry.
The newer one. Shot at Love.
Double
Shot at Love.
Double Shot at Love.
Double Shot at Love.
Teal Tequila was just a shot at love.
A shot at love.
Exactly.
Double Shot at Love. There was a girl on there that had been hooking up with somebody that my friend hooked up with or whatever. And we were all out, and my friend was, making out with this guy, and the girl said like, "Well, how do I taste?" or whatever. And I was just like, no. It's just like,
well, it's just gross. It's gross, and
it's also the go-to, like,
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
But I would be lying
know.
if I didn't say that would upset me. Maybe not in the way that it's intended. Like it's not going to make me like I'm going to double down even harder and probably like fuck him in front of you now. But but I also
if
that
I were Kat
image,
Kyler, though, I would just kind of like laugh. I'd be like, "What?"
No,
because at the end of the day,
that's the better way to do it.
Yeah,
but it would
yeah.
make my blood boil
Yeah.
for sure. I'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch!"
right?
Like,
And
get out.
I'm no like Cat fan, but at the end of the day, it's like John Henry chose Cat.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
like you
That's why
can
she has
say,
the last
"How do I
laugh."
taste?" But at the end of the day,
Yeah,
he's tasted both now.
Right,
and he's
right.
choosing otherwise.
Right, exactly. It's
so and I'm like I said, I'm not a Cat fan.
You taste bad because he's with me. Like that's the response.
No,
like,
you
taste like shit.
It's
So
just
he had to come in, and I had to like clean his teeth.
Imagine they said that.
No, that is the only. There are only two responses to this. It's laugh it off, roll your eyes, whatever, or it's like go harder, and that's it. And I feel like we didn't really get either of those things. But to your point, Rhea, about the people who aren't comedians writing these things, I think that like. This roast was just an excuse for everybody to be rude to each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, nobody was like, I
It's
wasn't
just like
really
another version
laughing.
of the fucking truth box.
Completely. And so I think that that a lot of the stuff that was said, like even Olivia being so excited to like roast everybody, it's like you just want to like veil your cruelty under this like
Right.
Yeah.
Their roasts are just, it's like you said, unless it's a Comedy Central roast with a bunch of comedians.
Yeah.
Like they asked us, like Francis asked once, like, would you and Marty like do a roast battle against each other? And I was like, no.
I
First
would
of all,
never want that.
Marty wouldn't dare.
No,
and
never. Marty would never.
He just
He wouldn't
would
want
never.
to. It's not
he
that he
would
wouldn't
no,
dare,
that's what
he
I'm
would
saying.
never
He
want
wouldn't dare
to.
in the way that he
No.
would not want to do
his
that.
roast would be like he'd be like I get no sleep because like you keep me up all night. You're
'Cause I-
beautiful.
'cause
Like,
I just
that
love
would-
you so much.
I love you so
Truly.
much. I want you to live
No,
with me
yes.
forever. Like
yeah, like
that would be
that.
it.
And I'm like, I don't know, like that is like.
Damn, you cook me so many good meals. I don't fit in my pants anymore. Like those would be the roast.
It would be like a compliment battle.
Yes.
And it's not to say that we can't joke, obviously make fun of each
Of
other,
course.
joke around. Of course we do. But it's like when you set two people up to roast each other, it's like they said, it's.
Yeah,
there's a little.
it's tough.
Like when they were saying, they were like, there's always a little truth behind like what's being said.
There's truth to every jest. I've been saying it for years.
Yes.
I've been saying it for years.
Yes, and in a roast,
Marty
in a roast, there like has to be, or else it's not funny.
Oh God, the
Like-
idea
like a-
of Marty even trying,
Yeah,
like he
could never.
would sooner explode
Yeah.
than say a mean thing about you. Like
Yeah.
that's it's just so funny.
That's
even
why it's
thinking.
like it's just truly like you can't. It's just one of those tough. It's a very tough setting, and it was awkward to watch. And there is a rose ceremony coming up in 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like literally even at the end of that, everyone was like, who knows who's together, who's not together.
Yeah.
Kylie and Avon might be the only ones. All these relationships could be ending like right now. Rachel and Tanner could be going to shit. Blake and Jess could be going to shit. Like this just could be the beginning of the end where like half the show leaves before the last episode, which always ends up happening.
Always
like a lot of people leave.
Also though, it does look like Blake is breaking up with Jess, huh?
No, it totally does.
Yeah.
Totally does. And like I said, I think it goes back to like, I think that conversation with Katie like fucked with him a little bit.
Totally.
Jess was not loving those jokes at all.
No.
Hated it.
And I
no.
understand the point of like you're
Yeah.
being roasted in front of your new man's ex-fiance. Like
Yeah.
that is probably uncomfortable.
Completely.
But her
Oh, I
jokes
would hate that.
were kind of like harmless. Like
No,
it
definitely
was just
harmless,
about her
but
nickname.
I think,
But
I
the
think
circumstance was not great.
Yeah, and I think when you are the youngest person in the group, you hate nothing more than being called a baby.
No, of course,
You know?
of course.
Like, that's like-
because the implication
it's
is
the
not that
one-
you're young. The implication
yes.
is that you're
like an
foolish or
immature
stupid,
baby
immature.
that, like,
yeah. Of course, no.
So
I would
think
hate that.
that's like it just. I think I think she's just sensitive. She's just a sensitive soul. You know.
Can I say
It just,
though that
just
I
feels
think
that way.
I don't think that Jess has had like a single bit of fun on the beach. Like
No, I
I
know.
she's having a miserable
Yeah.
time, like top to
I know.
bottom. Like
It does.
I feel bad for her, but
It does
I
seem that way. And then there was
barely
honestly
see
there
her
was
smile.
one little moment too. Oh, also like Tyler and Mercedes. It's like just everyone's like, does Tyler actually like Mercedes? We don't know.
Oh yeah, seems like no, or seems like Mercedes
no.
definitely
There were
doesn't
some
think
weird
so.
things that happened this whole episode. One of them being, which maybe go back to what we said last week, of like, did anybody talk about Tyler and Jess kissing?
Yeah.
And because Tyler like literally in the whatever they were reading the truth box, it was like, oh, Tyler doesn't really like Mercedes. Like we'll see what when the truth like all it was just shady. It's like okay. Continuing to make me think maybe nobody knows that happened.
I think that we're on the right track with that. I think that
Yeah.
nobody knows that happened. I think it's going to blow up. Like
Yeah.
it has to. I think that
And also,
that
like,
Blake
what did
is
Tyler
already
roast. He was like, "You're
Yeah.
not a Mercedes. You're." They like,
And they bleeped
the
it
name.
out.
Was it like what did he say? Like fucking Toyota Corolla?
yeah,
Like what did he
yeah,
say?
what?
Like
I got,
like
bleep
was they
it.
have does ABC have a brand deal with whatever
Right,
car
they
company he
must-
said they
or-
had to bleep it?
Or maybe because Mercedes is her name, they're allowed to say it, but because
Right.
it was another car, they
Car
couldn't.
they can't say
But
it.
I got like bad vibes from Tyler this episode,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I've
agreed.
always
As soon as
liked
he fucking
Tyler.
pierced his earring.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I mean, his earring.
right.
Ear.
As
Yeah.
soon as because I've liked Tyler, but this episode was just bad news. The truth
Yeah.
box, people being like he doesn't like Mercedes. Then after having that conversation and him being like, if it goes well, it goes well. If we break up, we break up. Whatever.
Damn.
To then roasting
Yeah.
the Mercedes, like
Yeah.
It
she
seems
clearly
like
was.
he's trying to wipe his hands
Yeah.
of it or
Yeah.
like push her away.
She
so
was
he doesn't have to
clearly
do it.
nervous about it, and then you made her more nervous about it by roasting her.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she
yeah.
is.
Like she's just such a natural beauty.
She is, and I do think like in a defense of some of these guys too, I think like who have been on the show before or have done other things, they're, and I say this nicely, damaged goods. And
Oh, agreed.
Like I do think
Agreed.
Tyler, like after what happened last season, and like I think he went all in on it and really thought it was gonna work. And then like you're like jaded second season guy that
Without
comes in and they're
question.
like, yeah, this girl's hot, but like I'm not getting into anything serious again. Like look what happened last time. Like you're trying to be like big dog, like
Spot on.
you know?
Yes.
Fuck. I forgot about this joke. I forgot who said it. Where they were like, at least. Like I'm talking about Rachel, and they were like, at least Katie Thurston had the awareness to change careers, and it's like, but are we saying Katie
I was
Thurston
saying,
has
yeah.
awareness?
Well, Jesse Palmer- I mean,
so
no,
that
no,
was
no.
also a bad joke.
Jesse
I was
Palmer
like, what?
introduced her as he was like Katie Thurston, former Bachelorette and comedian. Is like how he introduced
It
Katie
was
Thurston
just
for
like
the roast.
it was like you're gonna tell Rachel to change career? Like what?
No,
What are
that
they
was
doing?
crazy. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
People were mean to Rachel for
People were
no
mean to
fucking
Rachel,
reason.
yeah.
And she has not upset anyone on the beach. I don't think. Like she hasn't done anything malicious. She hasn't, and that's a complete flip flop from what we thought she was going to be like in
Yeah.
the beginning. She has just been
My guess
doing her
is that
thing.
they also like cut out all like the harmless, nice, like harmless, funny ones too.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me all those people went up there and Brayden, there was only like one Brayden joke. Impossible.
Oh, yeah, no, no.
You're going up
Brayden
there.
was
Brayden's the
firing
most
off, like, 20
roastable
jokes.
person there is. Like, and they're
Right.
all going up there and saying and making jokes about Brayden.
When he
Right.
was writing stuff down, they were like, "Damn, I forgot who he was with." He was like, "They were like, you're writing down fast." And he goes, "I roast people immediately upon meeting them."
I forget who he was with.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like that's. And then, by the way, I keep forgetting, and maybe that means that it's a good sign, and they'll like survive this. Is Eliza and Aaron like? And,
Oh
you know,
yeah, they're boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah,
right?
they
they had a
did
little
commit to
thing.
each other
They've committed.
during this episode.
That was cute.
I
That
keep
was
forgetting
nice.
about
Good
them.
for them.
So maybe they have a chance here, but
I feel like no way they're getting engaged, but I think that
I don't
they
really
could,
feel like any of these like
no, not at all.
Avon. I do think Avon really likes Kylie.
Definitely.
And I think they'll keep dating.
I think
But,
Kylie's
I don't know if
whatever about
Avon's
it.
gonna propose.
Yeah, I don't know
right.
about a proposal.
Proposal just seems so far off for everyone.
Yeah.
Like everyone seems so like volatile, really.
Yeah.
And right, Kylie and Avon and Eliza and Aaron for sure.
I could
I think
see
are
Aaron
like the
proposing.
strongest couples. I could see Aaron
I could see
proposing.
Aaron
I do
proposing.
not see Eliza accepting. I think
Yeah.
that she very much is has her guard up. She doesn't want to jump into anything.
it could be
She
like a
is
scared
thinking about.
acceptance, though.
Totally
You know,
true.
like
She's like scared about the future though. Like she is thinking about the. She's like the only person on the beach that's thinking about life after paradise.
Yeah.
And I think that she is like she's taken all the steps to make sure that she's not getting screwed over.
I do think that there have been more like ruthless games this time around in Paradise.
Yeah,
100%.
I
agreed.
mean, the truth or dare,
100%.
the truth box,
The truth box, the truth or dare,
There's more things being
the-
incorporated. The
the
impersonation,
Hannah Brown
like,
fire
Yep.
pit.
yeah, the
that
games
was
that are
weird.
being incorporated
Yeah.
are like bringing out kind of the worst and best in people.
Totally, and I'm sure that's by design.
Yeah.
And but to be fair, this group needed shit like that. Like nobody had a fire under their ass. There was no like true villain at first. Like a cat filled the role seamlessly. But
Yeah.
I think that like they needed to get these people going. At least to stir up some drama, if not relationships.
Okay, so we were left on a cliffhanger. 2 weeks till the next episode, but let's give out some roses. Let's cut some stems. So who wants to go first?
Ooh,
I'll go first.
Okay,
go girl.
go ahead.
Okay, I am going to cut Katie Thurston.
Yeah,
We all saw that coming.
Good one. Yeah,
Saw
good
that
Somebody
one
had to
from a
do
mile
One of us
away.
is gonna do it,
Somebody
yep.
had to do it, and I wanted it to be me.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice girl.
Yeah.
Is she though?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I don't know her. I don't know her.
I guess.
Yeah,
From what I
yeah.
see,
It's
what I
just-
see, it's not my bag.
Yeah, from what I've seen is just
Yeah.
not my
Not my kind of
taste.
gal. Not my kind
Yeah.
of gal.
Also, by the way, back to that fucking roast. Like that joke also was so out of pocket. Like Katie just went on fucking F Boy Island.
Exactly.
Like we're gonna say Rachel. We're gonna
Yeah.
give shit to Rachel for coming on Bachelor in
That's what I
Paradise.
did.
Please,
And-
as
and-
if.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give my rose to Rachel.
I guess they didn't. Maybe
That's
they
a good
at the time
roast.
they didn't
And
know what she was
because
She
even
deserves
though
that
Rachel
rose.
was upset about the
Yeah.
jokes, and you could say, "Oh, you can't take a joke," blah blah blah.
No.
When you're already sensitive and people are doing straight up mean,
Yep.
They
like,
were not funny jokes. Like
Yeah,
her
if they
being
were
upset
funny,
is so normal. Like I think that she is the only one that has
was
the right to be
Avon
upset.
The Avon impersonation was funny,
and she was laughing
laughed
at that.
Yeah, of course. That was
it was
silly.
the Gabby,
Yeah.
That was
like
fucked up.
that from the man that she is talking
Yeah, yeah,
to.
yeah.
Not a fan of that.
I would
And,
never be able to come back from
And
that.
I think she just wants I really do generally feel like she wants to find somebody.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know?
And so I'm gonna give mine to Rachel because I'm still feeling bad about cutting her rose
Right.
the first week for no
Yes.
reason at all.
Yes.
So now they cancel each other out.
But I already gave it to her the other
Oh,
week
true,
for
true,
doing the
true.
same thing. So
Just
I'm just
extra.
gonna extra because she's really not bothering me at all. And
Yeah.
I
Well, you broke even, and now you like her.
step up. Yes.
Yeah. Love that.
Kelly.
Okay, let's see. I will. I'm gonna cut the stem of. Damn, I really, Katie Thurston is occupying all my thoughts. Like I would.
I mean, you could go like a specific.
I'm trying to think of more specific moments. I think that all right. I will specifically cut the moment where Katie Thurston begged everyone to laugh at her jokes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will,
Yeah.
I will cut
Yep,
that.
there you go.
Because again, I don't know her. I'm sure she is a fine person, but that moment to me, it was like, you got to hang it up.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not it.
I will say before our live shows, I do tell people at the meet and greet to laugh at everything we say. But that's before I tell. That's before.
But that's
I get
also
on
you
there.
being funny,
we're-
and
you know,
they're
we're not-
laughing
we're
anyway.
also
We're not comedians.
And you're not comedians.
We're not
We do not
comedians.
brand ourselves as.
But also, of
nope,
course,
nope.
like people say that, like, oh my god, please laugh.
I don't
Like,
walk
she
around
was
saying,
like,
"Please
laugh.
introduce me as a
That was
comedian.
after her saying a joke.
Right,
too.
exactly. She
Yeah.
said a joke, nobody laughed, and then she said, "Laugh, guys, it's fine."
A
And it's like, well,
pre-joke about laughing is different than a post-joke. Please laugh.
totally.
When you've already told the joke.
When you've already
All
told
right,
the
thanks,
joke.
guys.
So I will cut that moment. It really, really irked me. As far as a rose, I will give my rose to Eliza because, like I said, I think that she is navigating this paradise journey with grace.
Yeah.
I think that she's doing her due diligence. She has a clear head, and she's got her guard up in the appropriate
Yeah.
amount. And I think
She
that she's
does-
the only one doing it right.
She does. seem like she's got a good head on her shoulders.
She really does,
Yeah,
and I'm
we'll
proud of
say.
her. I'm proud of her for that healthy communication, trying to figure out what was going on with Aaron B, with that other girl, that psycho girl who's DMing Charity and her whole family. I respect that they got through that they talked about it. She's a great communicator, and I respect that about her. So I will give her my rose.
Good one.
Amazing. I have a lot. I feel like I just have like endless stem cuts.
Cut them all. Cut a whole. We'll give you a dozen.
You know,
Cut 'em
I'm
all.
gonna give one to Tyler. I just
Yes.
Yep.
I like Tyler. I'm a
Same.
fan of Tyler. I did not like Tyler this episode, and I
Yep.
think that's fair to say. You know,
He's a
I
jerk.
Totally agree.
Interesting moves with Mercedes. I didn't like what he said about the car thing. I know it's a roast, but like I don't know. That's also low hanging fruit. Her name is Mercedes. Like come up with
Agreed.
something.
And it also was like,
and the ear piercing. I'm sorry. Like I just think like. Pierce
You
your
hate
ear
that,
is
though. You
fine,
hate that.
but when you're halfway going on a show and you like pierce your ear, you're like, yeah, let's check out my ear.
Like, look how sick. It's like
I'm
you're not
like,
Braden,
no,
dude. Like,
no.
everyone wants to be Braden.
yeah,
We know.
it just feels like
you're not.
he's one of those guys that gets around the boys and starts acting different.
Yeah.
and like thinks
Rhea.
thinks treating women badly around your guy friends is funny, and it's not.
That is
and I
so
hate boys like that.
spot on. I fucking hate boys like that.
It's the boys who are like
I think
complain
it's funny,
about
like
their
neg
wives and
to like
stuff.
exactly
Like,
the same
shut
guys
up.
who are like, oh, my ball and chain.
Yeah,
or
I
like,
can't get right. Oh my god, my
gotta
wife's
ask
gone
the old,
tonight.
gotta ask the old lady.
Yeah.
Gotta ask the
Yeah.
old lady. That kind of shit. Oh my god, you were so spot on with that because that's exactly how he's acting. Like.
You're not
It's
cool.
like that's like kindergarten, preschool,
Yeah.
first grade, like where you make fun of the girl because you have a crush on her.
You know
it's
what's
like
cool?
what are we doing here?
Being nice.
Being
to the
nice,
girl you like.
right?
That's
Being
cool.
sweet, being genuine.
It is. Don't
is
laugh.
nice.
Oh, don't laugh over there. Noah.
Yeah, Noah's
why?
laughing because all
Why
he
are
does
you
is
laughing?
He doesn't know what that's
just
like,
negs
so it's
girls
not-
all day.
No, it's cool to be nice and respectful and a
Yes.
gentleman. It's
Yes.
not cool to be otherwise. And I
No.
hope people learn that going forward.
And girls need to know that too. If
astonishing.
guys,
It's actually
it's not cute when they're like
astonishing
if they're
that Noah's
making
over
fun of
there
you in
laughing.
front of
I wish people
guys.
could-
Like that's
I
not
wish-
cute. It's
I
not
wish
fun.
people could have seen the instant laugh that came out of
Yeah,
Noah's
Noah's-
mouth when he
Noah-
said
Right. It was like disrespectful. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
we're talking to you.
yeah. No, don't turn your camera on. We don't.
I'm not turning my camera on. I'm just. It just goes back to the I can't laugh at anything.
No,
don't know why I'm
that
laughing.
like wasn't a joke.
It was.
No, it's just funny that I'm not even gonna like. Of course, I want.
We're
people
just
to be
we're
nice to
targeting
their-
you as the Noah. Listen, as the man in the room, just take it. Take
No,
this.
I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I fully think that guys should be very nice.
Yeah.
To
There you
to
go.
I
girls.
actually,
There it
no,
is.
you know what? I actually do know you feel that way.
No,
Yeah,
of course
have
you
you
feel
ever
that
seen
way.
me
We're
be
joking
mean?
around.
No.
I literally never.
I totally know you feel that way. You're like,
You're nice. You're
You're
respectful.
very
No,
nice.
you-
Can you even imagine me doing?
No, I
what
can't
I'm
even
doing?
no,
imagine
I
you, like,
cannot
insulting
imagine you
anybody.
making
No.
fun of a girl
No.
like that.
or like honestly anyone.
yeah,
Like,
right.
I would
no.
be so shocked. Imagine if like next time we all hang out, Noah comes through and is like, "Oh, what's up? Pff, nice outfit." Like,
Yeah,
if he said something like that, I'd punch him in the face. I think.
To be clear, no, we were just kidding.
No,
we
no,
know
no.
you're very respectful.
Yes.
the chuckle just came at a
Yeah,
funny time. Okay. I also have like it's like a side cut, but whoever I don't know who wrote it because I don't think they revealed it. But whoever submitted to the truth box that Kat and John Henry are like endgame,
Oh please.
get real.
That was Kat.
That was Kat. Yeah, Kat put that
and she
in
was
there.
like, oh,
true.
she was like,
Yep.
oh, finally
Oh my
someone
God.
wrote something good.
Well, you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what? It didn't even
Yeah,
cross
yeah.
my mind that could have just been her, and it probably was totally her.
Obvious,
Yeah.
definitely
And she
her.
was like, oh, I love the truth box today.
yeah. Either it was her or she told Kylie. She's like, Kylie, write this.
Right,
my
put
God.
that in there.
Write something nice about
That's
me and put
funny.
it in there.
And I will give my rose to. God, you know there really wasn't like a lot of.
No, there wasn't a lot of love going around on this episode.
The fact that Olivia got out of this without a cut for that joke, well, we acknowledge it, so it's fine. But
Yeah.
I'll give my,
Just cut another one.
just keep cutting.
Keep
no,
cutting.
I'll give a rose to. Man, you know, I'm not really the biggest fan of him,
yeah,
but they do seem like they like each other, so I will acknowledge that Sam and Peter may have a good thing going.
that's
I'll
fair.
give them a rose.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's fair.
That's
they
a
had
good
fun
one.
on that date.
They did.
They can laugh together. Like the whole Canadian crossover
Yes.
seems to work on Paradise.
Yeah.
It's worked before.
And they seem
So-
a little. They seem a little. Now that they're kind of coupled up, they seem a little separate from the drama.
Yeah.
And so it's Peter's less annoying to me.
Yes.
Maybe because there's less airtime or
Totally.
something.
I less
But-
airtime for sure.
For sure, but maybe she's like grounding him in a way because I feel like he was kind of that guy before. He was the guy
Yeah.
that would like make fun of the girls or like neg people and like blah blah blah. But now that Sam's there is like
Right.
maybe his love or maybe a distraction, whatever.
Like
but it's
would like
reflecting
immediately
well on
like
him.
kissed Kylie when he had the chance in
Right,
that game. And
that
it
was
like,
weird.
ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was only like last week.
yeah,
too,
that
I
was
think.
strange.
That was strange. But, you know, for the sake of like maybe that working out, I'll throw him a rose.
Agreed.
Okay, so like I said, there is no episode next week. It is Thanksgiving. Everyone,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your holiday, and we will be back the following week for, I believe it is the second to last episode at that point, because then the finale is the week after that. So the penultimate episode we will be back for.
Yes.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Chicks in the Office is sponsored by BetterHelp. This time of year, the time where holidays are coming right up, can feel, like a lot. There's a lot of pressure around it. Sometimes there's just some natural sadness or anxiety around it. But adding something new and positive to your life can counteract some of those feelings. Therapy can be a bright spot amid all the stress and change, and something to look forward to make you feel grounded and give you the tools to manage everything going on. If you've been thinking about starting therapy and you don't know where to start, you feel nervous about going somewhere in person, you want to just try it out, you can try it out online with BetterHelp. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. You can find your bright spot this season with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office. Once again, visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office. All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by comedian Trevor Wallace.
That's
his
me.
new special on Amazon, Pterodactyl.
Yes.
You took a deep breath before you said it.
Because
It needs the pronunciation.
it does. Why such a hard name?
Because the people who talk the most shit can't spell pterodactyl. So I want to keep the idiots out. If you can't spell it, they can't even talk shit. No,
true.
I just have a joke in the special about pterodactyl and trying to spell that. And then it just kind of stuck with me. I was like, it's a good, powerful name. There's 3 dinosaurs that people can name.
Right.
What do we got?
T-Rex.
Pterodactyl, Sagittarius.
Velociraptor.
There's 3 of them. So it's like,
Velociraptor?
isn't that a truck?
No, that's like the raptors.
She was like, the classic
We got the guy
three.
left. Raptor.
Velociraptor. Yeah, that's
Velociraptor.
correct.
I just think, because I just go immediately Jurassic Park. And those are the ones that
That's
stuck
my
out
next
to me.
special. Hopefully it'll sue me for the
The
name.
raptors and the T-Rex and the pterodactyl. What's the one with the really long necks that just eat plants?
Land Before
know?
Time.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
was that a real movie? Well, those weren't real, were they?
But
Dinosaurs?
that dinosaur was real. That type of
I can
dinosaur.
picture.
Brachiosaurus.
A what?
Is the neck one. Brachiosaurus.
Brontosaurus, thank you. Yeah.
You're losing me. I know
Yeah,
pterodactyl. I know T-Rex.
Yes, I did pterodactyl because I thought it was a good, strong name, and it raises the question of what the fuck's going on here?
Right.
If I just did something like, I feel like a lot of and my comedy's not super woke and edgy, whoa, it makes you think. It's just it's just a guy being a guy, and one of the thoughts I had was it was gonna be called Just a Thought, and my friends are like, what? Why?
Right.
What are you trying to be like?
Yeah.
Should you put it in film noir, black and white?
Really
Yeah.
make people think.
Yeah, so I think pterodactyl is just a fun, you can't, my podcast is called Stiff Socks because you can't get mad at something about a cum sock. You can't get mad about a special name pterodactyl.
Yeah, right. So I will say this, and it brings us back a little bit, before we started talking, we were looking for you to come on the show. I was like, I'm a fan, how can we get him on the show? And then we saw that you had DM'd us, and not to put you on the spot,
Please.
but we missed the DM back in 2021.
Which he may or may not believe.
He doesn't believe it.
I don't believe it.
I missed it.
I know women go through DMs like crazy.
I definitely missed it, because then we were like, oh, fuck, do you think he'll come on now that we never answered this
We
DM?
had a run, I will say, of a few months years ago, where we did not look at the Chicks in the Office DMs thoroughly enough.
Yeah.
And when we did, we were like, holy shit, we missed
So
so
many.
much.
I actually remember the day.
There was multiple people that we were like, oh my fucking God, we missed all these messages. We look like assholes.
Yeah,
we missed
actually-
all these people.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never double text you guys, be like,
Yeah.
bumping this to the top, circling back.
Right. You wouldn't create a group chat
Yeah.
where it's you send it to all
Right.
the all
Yes.
the accounts.
You then find our
Yes.
personal accounts. No, so when I first started seeing your guys' podcast, Stiff Socks, I was like, what the fuck is this? Stiff Socks. Who are
It's
these fucking guys?
two scholars.
And then I started watching the clips, and I was like, oh my God, they're funny. Like I was like,
Hate
kind
to
of
see it.
pissed off. I was
Two
like,
funny podcasters.
I was like, oh wow, like they're actually really funny because
Oh,
it was just
thank
the
you.
name. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, but then I was like, no, you guys are really
That's
funny.
what's so funny about it. Like if an article ever tries to like write about it, or like, according to the Stiff Socks, shut up. You went to journalism school so you could type out stiff socks.
Yep.
I had a thought. Oh, the DMs
Yes.
missing it. I didn't know about hidden requests until like 6 months ago.
Yeah, us too.
Same. And when we
Same.
told our producer Noah about the hidden request, we were out to dinner. He
was in there.
No, he was like, I gotta go home and like really vet through these. Like, he was like, I've missed a ton of
I
DMs.
had always seen, like I had seen it, but I just thought that anything that would have gone into that category would be terrible. Like I was
Right.
like, hidden requests. Oh God! Like why would I ever click on that? That's
I
where
thought it
they
was
put
just
all
gonna
the
be
mean
like-
DMs.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like everybody from Reddit being like, "Hey, big
like,
nose
that's where they-
dumbass."
Exactly. I thought
You look
that's
like
what
Dummy
that's
over
what
here.
me.
We do
I
kinda
thought
look
they
alike,
put
by
all.
the way.
Yeah,
Oh
they-
my God.
I thought they put all the mean.
Say it like that. You can't agree with me.
No,
That was a
honestly,
joke. You have to be like, "No,
well, his
it's not
eyes
that
match
bad."
your,
No, the
his eyes
eyes
match your
really-
jacket perfectly.
Oh wait, low key.
They honestly
Low
match your
key?
jacket
yeah,
perfectly.
just like from
Okay.
here, you know,
Donnie
maybe a little
kinda-
below too.
He
Cover
kinda-
him up, cover
like,
him
doesn't
up.
he look like he just sent a DM that was like unopened too? Like, come on,
Yeah.
ladies, look at it.
No,
Anyways,
and I
but yeah,
really
that-
thought they were all like going to be the worst things that people
No,
could ever
it's-
write about you. And when we finally saw it, because somebody else had told
I
us,
said
you
it,
said
and
you were like,
don't look at those.
yeah,
and I was
because
like,
Rhea was like, no, I swear, there's nice people in there. I don't know why they get put into that
Yeah.
category.
all the nice ones got hidden because I was getting all the mean ones in my regular DMs, and then
Yeah.
once I found the hidden section, all these wonderful girls complimenting me. I'm like, this is they want
Yeah.
Yeah,
the nice
Instagram's-
stuff to be hidden.
Instagram's
was weird.
filtering sucks.
Totally, because it's like, but it's like every other message. Like one message is a girl is like really, really nice and like asking you for like the link to your jeans, and then like the other one is like, but it's like in a different language, and it's like user 49783.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, okay, I understand why that got filtered out. Like that's
Yeah.
not a
The
real
porn
DM.
bots.
Like
Yeah.
that's like the porn bots. Like that's not a real DM. But then there
I
are
respond
like,
to the porn bot.
Yeah.
I don't hold out for
We
anybody.
assume.
so no,
Yeah.
don't discriminate
But what's so
on
funny
whether
is-
you're a person or a bot.
You know, AI, baby, I'll fuck
Yep.
anything. But like, I was in a relationship for like 3 years, and then I get out of this relationship, and I said it like, you know, I'm single, I'm doing this, and my like DMs were so dry, and I was like, what is going on? Like, and then I hit hidden
Nobody. I
request.
told everyone I'm single.
But I hit the hidden request, and I was like, oh my
Here they are.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
Open up the floodgates.
and there was like legit like people who, like you're saying, you guys missed
Yeah.
a lot of guests. There was like people in there. I was like,
Yeah.
you're like, I can't even like say the name. Like,
know, I
You're
know.
more important.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you're like, oh
Steve
my God.
Buscemi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to fuck.
With your podcast,
Yes.
you know, Chicks in the Office, we talk about pop culture. Like, we know topics to hit. We know, like, if we don't know what to talk about. No, not like that. I'm just saying, like, if we don't know what to talk about, we're like, let's talk about what this celebrity is doing right now.
Yeah.
How do you guys decide what you're going to talk about? And do you ever get tired of talking about a certain subject? And what do you like talking about the most? That was a loaded question, but I see your clips and they make me laugh a lot. And I'm just like, where does it come from?
You said the word loaded. Now I have a question. What's the best potato? Loaded potato, French fries. What are we doing?
And you're like, and here's the entire next
yeah,
episode.
and this is what happened.
And
Yes,
here's the
literally.
yep.
I honestly think it's so much just like we don't talk outside of the podcast on purpose. That way when we see each other, we have like a lot to like gossip about, and
Yeah.
we're both in like
That
the similar
works for guys.
Yeah, it's
You guys really don't talk outside much?
like text here and there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like he'll be coming back from like Indianapolis, and I'm coming back from Connecticut, and we're like, "How was your trip?" So we
Yeah.
just like catch
Yeah.
up on the show.
Rhea, I think if we did that, our episodes would be 8 hours long. Like, we'd
yeah,
have
because-
so much to say.
Right, because we
Yeah.
already talk a ton, and we already talk outside of the podcast a
Yeah,
ton.
and
So
we never
if
run out of
didn't
things to
speak-
say.
But yeah, it varies. It's a lot of that, or we'll get into like pop culture stuff. But like honestly, like I don't care what's going on in the world,
Yeah.
whether it's like this celebrity, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, I like
Yeah,
to
you're
just,
on the right show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I like to just
We're like, yeah, no, for sure. No, it's my entire life. But yeah.
I like to be like, was Dr. Pepper actually a doctor? And then just
Yeah.
like get into that. Like I just think that the dumber the conversation, the better.
Yeah.
Oh, we do love dumb. We
Because-
do love a dumb topic. That's
Of course,
for sure.
of course. And it always is what other people are thinking. They're just afraid to say it, really. Like, they've had the same thoughts that you're saying out loud
Yeah.
in their head.
And what's great about us is like we had this like same like kind of moment was like we both got in relationships at the same time, and then we both were single again at the same time. So we're like experimenting. Like, oh, that's so cool. How are your date? How is this
Right,
going?
yeah.
So it's like this fun like back and forth banter and whatnot.
Yeah, so you are pretty open about dating, and I saw recently we don't know them, Tana and Brooke, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
see the clips, the canceled podcast, and
Yeah.
they were fighting over you.
They're fighting over me. I just want to clip that and put my tour dates at the end. Now you can fight over me live in Indianapolis.
What's your reaction when you see that?
I'm like, I know them both, and I'm just like, why me? Like, there's
Are
so
you-
much
do
hotter
you-
out there.
Do you text them, or are you guys like?
I put them in a group chat. After that clip, I sent off a group chat. I said, ladies, stop arguing over me. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's just funny to go on a date with both co-hosts. It's very bizarre. It's very awkward.
And you did.
Yeah.
Because I only saw the part where Tana was like, "Yeah, we made out."
Yeah, then I went to like just a dinner with Brooke, and it's just like single lane like Bachelor. It's like, what podcaster is he gonna date? But it's more so like fun to just like,
What a different style of reality show if we make you where you're just like the Bachelor, but every single
a
potential
podcaster?
suitor is a female podcaster. Single female podcasters just all
Listen.
line up.
listen, I'm throwing out ideas here. Chicks in the office? How about chicks in the wedding? What are we doing here? Let's spread it out. But yeah,
my
just like it was a
God.
random coincidence. But they're-
Coincidence?
yeah,
I don't know if it's a coincidence when you know that they're
this is
hosts.
also true.
Who did you go on a date with first?
Tana.
Okay. And then how quickly did you go on a date with Brooke?
Oh, like 6 months later. It was
Okay,
like-
that's it.
okay.
It's a
Yeah,
big
it
There was
gap
some
of
time in between.
Yeah, it was like random. I don't even know what sparked it. I don't know. There's so many like ways of people like flirting now. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I liked your story. And I'm like, okay, is that like did your thumb spasm? Did you actually, oh, you commented? But like, I can't take everything and be like, yo, she commented. You know,
Right.
like,
I love how you're acting like you don't know how this came about, but you did
I
go on
don't.
dates with both of them.
yeah, I did, but like only one. Like if it was good, they would have been like, let's see another.
Right. True.
I don't
Yeah.
know. How do you guys date in this city? There's so many hot people walking around. New York is insane.
We're both engaged.
Yeah,
so.
but you,
Yeah, well, you found somebody.
yeah. They
Are you doing that on purpose?
No,
Scratching your
I
eye?
was
The
not.
size of that
Actually
rock.
was not.
Excuse me.
The size of those
actually
rocks.
was not.
Good Lord. Are you guys both married to Gary Vee? I mean, those things are insane. I know you guys have probably talked about where did you guys get proposed to?
I got proposed to in this beautiful garden place on Long Island.
Love it.
I was in Italy.
What a yin and yang.
Yeah.
I mean, Long Island's the Italy of the U.S.
Right,
no?
of course. That's what
That's
How do
people
you feel
say.
about like public ones that are like at like Disneyland?
No, never.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
absolutely
isn't
not.
that crazy? Also, it's like there's so many. The second you propose, like 30 seconds later, somebody else is doing it.
Yes.
Your shine is
or like
gone.
when
Or
you're
the
at
people-
a basketball game or
Yeah.
like a bit,
Oh,
on
Jumbotron?
Jumbotron.
Yeah.
You just get put on the spot.
Funny if they miss it. Like, he's like, oh, babe,
Yeah.
we're up. And then by the time
people
you're not
like
up there.
Did you
there's
see that?
videos where people say
Yeah.
no. Like that is just terrible.
Did you see at Disney when the guy proposed and the workers were like kicking them off the stage? This was like
Maybe.
in the middle of Disney. They were like, all right, you gotta like, and it's like, just,
Let
I don't,
them.
they probably shouldn't have done it here in the first place, but like, just let them finish. Like
God,
their
that's so
whole
sad.
proposal video is just them getting kicked off the stage at Disney. Or the weddings that happen
No.
at Disney too. People do
Weddings
that.
there?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a story that went
Oh, we
viral.
talked about this years ago.
About a couple that got married at Disney and they cut all the food out of their wedding.
Yeah,
So that they could have Mickey and Minnie
Yep.
show up.
Yep.
They were, it's like, do we want Mickey and Minnie or do
It
we
was
want
like
food?
in order to pay the price to have the appearance from Minnie and Mickey.
No.
They had to budget.
They got a
budget
day
cut.
rate?
Yeah, and then
they
they
basically
sent out
said
an
like
email.
they sent out and said like, hey, there's vendors.
there's
like,
vending
you can-
machines.
Like you can go like you can go get like snacks.
If you want
There's
a
plenty
salty
of other
pretzel.
places around the
Churros,
park to
yeah.
get food. That you will have to buy yourself,
Yeah.
and then you can come.
I'm
to
so pissed.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed. I don't get wedding gifts. I'm like, my presence is enough.
Yeah.
Which is very
that's-
a problem.
Right.
That's not okay. But I do feel like I'm like, what's up, guys? I took a connecting flight
Right.
here. I'm not getting you a
Yeah.
gift.
Well, there's nowadays there's just 9 million events too, and you like have to
Yeah.
bring a gift to all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, God, Nick. Now that I have been to so many other weddings now, and as
Do you
an,
judge them?
who doesn't judge other
Of course,
people's
I
weddings?
rate them
You
as
have
soon
to.
as I leave.
Oh, you have a buffet? Well,
Yeah.
you should have fucking
No,
butt saved.
but it's like the people that like you have to have a gift for the engagement party. You have to have, and for the ladies, I think it's harder because then you have to gift for the bridal shower. Maybe you bring something to the bachelorette
right.
party.
Yeah.
You're just paying for the bachelorette party as a
bring a
whole. Then you
gift?
bring another gift to the wedding.
Gender reveal? What do you bring?
Gender
You don't
reveals.
know.
That was
Do you bring a
interesting.
Michelob?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you bring a
Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Yes,
or a
exactly.
Four Loko? What's
Yeah.
that baby sucking
Right.
on? Tits?
My sister had a gender reveal this summer, and I was there obviously, and I was
In
like,
Long Island?
yes, that's where I'm from. I feel an undertone
Yeah.
about the Long Island, which
No,
I get.
no,
People,
I'm, like, from California.
People
Like,
have
I'm, like,
their
I'm-
preconceived, thoughts on Long Island.
I just
That's
haven't
where I'm
met too
from.
many
I
Long
love it.
Islanders.
On Long Island.
Yeah. And I was like, I was there, and I was like, wait, I didn't bring a gift. Like, what do you? We don't know what it is yet.
You go up
This
to
is
the baby and you go, got your nose.
Yeah,
One of
right.
those.
Because there are also baby showers.
right. Then
There's
there's more
because
gifts
then
to
it's
that.
like you have the gender reveal
Yeah.
party, and then there's also a baby shower where there's also more gifts. But yeah, no gift. You have to show up to like everything with a gift.
And what did she do for the gender reveal?
It was just like a twisty like confetti thing, like whatever it
Easy,
was.
yeah.
Like
You can just
easy.
FaceTime me for that. I don't need to go to this.
The best was they were like,
but
it's
at
gonna
least
be
it wasn't
really
like one of those ones where they like are setting off
Yeah,
fireworks.
right. And it was like, this is gonna be
want
really
one of those.
intimate, like immediate family, like whatever.
Oh, right.
And everybody in my family, like extended family, the whole backyard was filled.
Oh, I
was
love
like,
that.
Yeah. But going back, you said, oh, how do people date here? Like, there's so many hot people
Oh, true.
walking around.
Yeah.
But
Everybody ignores each other here, though.
yeah, and
But doesn't that make you want, like if a hot person walks past me, I'm like, oh, and then they don't even make eye contact
No,
with me?
that-
It makes me like be like, she was playing hard to get.
No,
It
it's
makes me,
just like
go crazy.
that's just like she just can't be bothered by anybody
Yeah.
talking to you on the street. Like in New York, you are programmed to ignore your surroundings. Like unless there's something really bad happening. But there's there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like whether maybe even if there's like if you're walking through Penn Station, there's like homeless people screaming. Like you're walking your train. Like
And you're flirting with them or
you're
no?
just
Okay. I don't know.
absolutely
but
not.
I'm just saying your brain is, I think, trained
Yeah.
to like not acknowledge anything that's happening around you.
I feel like when you walk around, you have to be on like airplane mode to the society.
Yes.
You're like, I am focused
Yeah.
on one thing and one
Yeah.
thing only.
I noticed.
Like I've seen people like almost get hit by cars and nobody cares. Like everyone just keeps walking. Like nobody's
Yeah.
like, hey, oh my God, are you okay? Like it's just like,
in New York,
He'll get up.
You'll see somebody bleeding out on the sidewalk in New
Yeah.
York. Like that's just what is common. But I also noticed we just came back from LA like yesterday. There's not a lot of walking going around.
No, and
there.
that's what it is. LA feels empty because everybody's in their car.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation where it's like, it feels like out here, there's so much movement on the street with people and cars, but it's so condensed. But LA, like you walk down Sunset and see like 4 people.
no, I actually
And you're
was
like,
and it's
where is
very
everyone?
walkable
Yeah,
too. Like
I ran one errand
Parts of it.
in West Hollywood when we were there,
Yeah.
and I walked and I was by myself, and it was funny because I was just thinking to myself like, I'm like the only person walking, and I passed a few people, but I was almost scared of them.
Yeah.
because I'm like, why are you out here? But then they're probably also thinking the same thing about me. And there are the people that are walking their dogs, so I'm like, okay, excuse, you're walking your dog, but nobody is just like. Walking.
In
Like
the
I
more
went from
residential
Sunset
parts.
down to Melrose.
Ooh, she knows her stuff.
Yes, and I had a return to make.
You walked to return?
Yeah,
The hell are you returning?
I was returning a dress at a store, and I was
Okay,
like,
no.
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
why I
walk.
pictured you had like a ladder.
No,
Let's go to
I-
Home Depot.
And I was like, oh, 20-minute walk, easy. Like I wouldn't blink twice about a 20-minute walk.
Yeah, of course.
Here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go. But then I honestly, there's nobody walking to the point where I was scared to walk alone. I was like, dude, talking
Yeah, that is
people.
bizarre.
What? There was one other person walking behind me for like a block.
I hate
and
that.
I was like, he was like a little too close, and I was like looking over my shoulder.
All
I
cross
walked to the other
streets,
side of the
yeah.
street. I was like,
Yeah, you have to.
you're walking too close to me. Nobody's walking. There's nobody around. We're like, if anything were to happen, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah.
even crossing the street there is harder.
It is.
think?
Yes.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
as many crosswalks.
There's also
I'm like running through traffic.
And they
trying to
give you
cross
a
the
walk
street.
sign for like 12 seconds, and they're massive, like 3 to 6 lane streets.
gotta stay in shape out there, you know? Ozempic's getting high. We gotta be like, fuck, you got 6 seconds across this bitch. It is funny because
Literally.
I grew up in Southern California, but I was out here about a month ago with my family, and watching my dad interact with New York City people. You said everybody is to themselves. Like my
Yeah.
dad is like saying hello to everybody. Like getting in an elevator, it's like literally like Alf. Like my dad, like we'll see a guy, I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" The guy's like, "What? What?"
Yeah, they're
is-
like, I'm good.
trying to suck and fuck, dude. What are you doing?
You're doing the Jeep wave.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
People in Jeeps
One of
like do a
those.
little like, hey,
Yeah.
or on a boat.
And I just want to, like, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, no, it's that is, people just ignore each other here.
So you know mentioned dating life here, but dating life in California, in LA, is majority of it happening like in your DMs online? Like, you're not just going to the bar and
No, I don't bring a journal to the bar.
yeah.
Draw feathers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of just like either like dating on somewhat through the DMs. After the hidden request, you're like, all right, this feels adequate.
Here they all are.
Yeah. Beforehand, it was like one guy, and he'd be like, "What's up? It's me from high school. I live in Sacramento now." I'm like, "What? I don't care." That didn't get on Raya, which hilarious. I don't know why.
You got denied?
I just never. Yeah. It's like I've been on the wait list for like a year.
Your application is pending still.
They didn't like the people who recommended you?
No, they were like legit people too, which is so funny. Like I'm gonna be like 97, about to die. Great life. Yeah. And then it'll be like, finally approved. Like it's going to go through at the wrong time.
Right.
Like it's just, I don't know. At this point, it's just funny. I think it's personal.
So would you go to other dating apps, or you're like, no, I want the good one?
I went on Hinge, but it's like, I feel like it's sad. Like I feel like a loser on there because like the funniest message I'll get, and I don't think I'm this, like everybody knows me, but there's a portion of people on there that might, and I'll get a DM like, LOL, no way this is the Trevor Wallace. I'm like, funny that they think that, also sad that it is.
Right, no, exactly.
Yeah, it's sad a little bit of both.
Sad that it's
Sends a picture
just
holding
me.
up like, it's
puts
you, Trevor Wallace.
Yeah, it puts you in a position to prove it's yourself. That's the toughest part. Like you have to prove it's yourself, which nobody wants to have to do.
Sad. Yeah. I've been on 2 dates off Hinge, and one of the girls the night before was like, "Hey, can you just like send me a video that it's you and not a catfish?"
Did you?
Yeah. I was like,
what was the video like? What was the video like?
That's where you're like, "Hey, it's me."
I think I just said something like, yeah, exactly. I was like, this is, I like didn't show my face for a second. I was like, oh, it's definitely me. This is Trevor. This is Trevor. I did think it'd be really funny, and this is it's not funny, but it would be funny, but it's not funny.
Disclaimer.
Big disclaimer there.
Women already go through so much dating in general, but I did think it'd be funny if I like sent like some like weird Russian dude to the date or something, and she's like, "Wait, hello?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the guy that was Trevor."
Oh yeah,
and the guy's just a really good Trevor Wallace impersonator.
Yeah.
Nothing's funnier than a girl thinks she's being abducted.
But that's the disclaimer. She wouldn't get abducted to be a film crew. We'd have craft services.
That's a punked. For sure.
The second she'd be like, "What the fuck?" I'd pop out and be like, "It's me." Like I wouldn't. That's also the thing, because like, I said it to one person. Like, that's not funny. And I was like,
but it's then if you actually did have any interest in dating that girl, like you'd be like, okay, so like now it's really me. Second date, you'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
It wouldn't have been
like
a
you
good
see
idea.
her in real life and you're like, shit, like I should have just showed up myself.
Yes, I mean I grew up in the punked era, so like that to me is very like parallel. It could have been funny, but it's not. It's not funny. It's not funny.
It is definitely
in your own brain. It's
parallel.
funny.
Yeah,
I battle with this all the time, where I'll think of something that I think is really funny, but then when you start saying it out loud to people, and you're like, this is not the reaction.
And then you're like, I'm just spitballing.
No, I saw
it.
It would be kind of funny, but it's not. It's just
trying to get
the
feedback, and I totally agree with you.
This would have crushed back in the day. Back when like Superbad was out, this would have crushed. What? Do you guys? How old are we here?
29.
26.
Okay, yeah, 30. So I feel like we're all.
Yes.
Watch a lot of the same.
Definitely. Same generation. Yeah. All those MTV shows, they really fucked with everybody.
Them.
Yeah.
Next was so good.
Room Raiders.
What
Room
about
Raiders
the one with the parents?
Parental control. That one was my favorite.
Is that where they would date? They would like have a casting call for their daughter's fucking tits, and then they'd be like, "Hey, this guy Clark sucks. We're gonna bring in the boys."
Oh my god!
Imagine having that much free time. Where you just line up on a Saturday to maybe date a girl you've never seen.
Yeah. But it also was, I
liked parental control.
Parental control was the best. I'd like to think it was real, but the way that the boyfriend would interact with the dad and the mom, he'd be like, yo, fuck your mom. It was like hilarious, but at the same time, there's no way this is real.
My favorite is when the guy would be watching the date with the parents. Like, there's no way she's going to kiss him. I know her. She's not going to. And then they're just making out.
I know my daughter.
She's doing that for charity work. She's going to write that off.
And it's also, because then the parents also hate the significant other so much. Like, they hate that boyfriend so much that they're watching their daughter make out with this stranger and they're like, yes, honey.
Yeah.
Yes,
the dad's like turning up
Take
the
him
volume.
down.
You hear how loud that is? She's moaning. You could never do that to her. Next was also just crazy for everybody's mental health because you walk off the bus, she's like, no, and then you got to sit with other dudes.
Yeah.
I would leave the show.
Yeah.
Don't go back in another bus of dudes.
And they try to bring these shows back, but not the ones we want to see. Like Cribs is back now. I saw that last night.
Yeah.
It's
Tried to bring Punked back with
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. And there were some funny ones and then some that was just like you can't go as far as you need to.
And Chance the Rapper is not going to.
You know?
Chance the Rapper has
so
an image
nice.
to uphold.
Exactly.
Well, that was also on Quibi, so they I don't know what the hell was going on with that.
That's true.
Where did all that money
That
go?
disappeared.
They're just, Nobody got to blame for that?
Quibi just died out.
I have a question. This is unrelated, but it could be related about things that are just disappearing. Every shower door, back half gone.
In every
What is that?
hotel room.
Every hotel.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
They can't get the warmth.
And I'm sitting there shivering.
Maybe
or
they do that
the glass
CT.
door is like this big and then it's just open. Like
And you also have to reach around to turn the
Oh, yeah,
water
yeah,
on, then you
yeah.
get sprayed with the water. Like there's no.
I don't. Do you think they do it so you're not as warm in the shower? So maybe you take shorter showers, conserving water.
Right. That's a definite
like
thought from
too-
like big environment, maybe. But
That's what they call me in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Big environment.
environment.
It's a green
where like
jacket.
like hotels definitely. Probably, I don't think hotels care about.
I don't know if they're
conserving
thinking
water,
that.
So
far
many
into
have
it.
that.
Also,
but yes, like it's just or the ones that are just the glass panel that is by the shower head.
Yeah.
And then it goes halfway, then it's just open. You also destroy your bathroom. Like
Water
everywhere.
My socks are wet. I'm
Everywhere.
brushing my teeth. I'm pissed off.
There's nowhere to hang your towel. There's just not. It's no.
The floor is just getting bukkake.
the hotel.
Sorry to drop that word on here. I know this is a family friendly show. Shout out Coors Light.
The hotel bathrooms now, the door is not separate from the room. Like there's also no real doors.
Oh, like a sliding one.
Like they're all sliding,
Oh, yeah.
or like the bathrooms are
When did
part
hotels
of the
get like
room.
modern?
I know.
And I'm not even staying in like nice ass. Like this is a Sheraton. Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed somewhere like last year. I forget where it was. That like the shower was literally in the bedroom.
No, that was at the W in Scottsdale.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I've been to the W.
My
Scottsdale.
bathtub
Right.
was just in the middle of the entire
no, but
room.
that is a different even thing than what I'm thinking of.
Which I'm not taking baths
But-
in a hotel, but
No.
God no.
Why not? What
my
that?
God.
What did you? That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, no, that is
Do
where
you
I draw
think
the
they
line.
changed the bed sheets at hotels?
No, I
Baths?
really draw the line at a bathtub.
I don't
in a
know, there's
hotel.
something
I took
and
one
the more that
2
you-
weeks
and
ago.
the more that you think about it,
There's
like
something really freaky to me about a hotel bathtub.
Like, have you ever?
it's-
And I have done this multiple times, but after I do it, I'm like, like you sit naked on the hotel couch, like if there's a couch in your room,
nah.
and you're like, whoa.
Those couches are like
You're
placebo
telling me
effect. They're
you
not real.
won't put your you'll.
No, I'm saying I do it, but then afterwards I'm like, why did I do that?
So you
Oh,
won't
okay.
take a
So-
bath, but you'll sit
So I
on
was
the
gonna
couch,
say
ass out.
she won't leave her suitcase on the floor.
Oh, well, that's been engraved in me. Bed bugs.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you'll
Oh,
sit
yeah.
bare
It's-
ass on
mine
the
is
couch.
currently on the floor right now.
Bare ass on the hotel
No,
couch.
you cannot.
But the suitcase can't be on the floor.
Yeah.
Up
yeah.
until my like first relationship, I was just such a guy. I would just take my luggage from JFK, toss it on the bed, and then like
That's
unpack.
crazy.
It's crazy. Now,
Yeah.
but now I get it.
No,
But
yeah.
now you're leaving it on the
But I'll
floor.
leave
So
it on the
maybe
floor.
now it'll
We're
stick in
getting
your
there.
head. Now
We're getting there.
get up, like rise from there. Put it on like a chair or something.
The chair, that's good real estate.
Yeah.
That's where I want to sit.
Mine's on the floor.
Yeah, I will say the floor is like it's a little iffy middle ground. Or I'll put it on the bed now, but I'll put a towel under it.
No,
you know?
and I
like respectful.
and I guess like if the bugs really wanted to, they could crawl up.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the floor. Like I don't know. This has been
So what do
engraved
you
in
have
me.
against the baths? What
The baths.
The bathtubs, I don't know.
I feel like nobody uses them. No.
No, but there's always like weird stains,
like on the tub.
on the tub, or
Well,
like
that's
there's
Scottsdale.
something. Yeah,
I
but
feel like murders.
Scottsdale's not a real place in my head.
No.
I feel like murders happen more in the bathtub.
I think a lot of self murders,
yeah,
suicide.
yeah.
Self murder.
Yeah, first of all, if I'm gonna off
So
myself, I'm
fair.
calling it a self murder. Yeah, that's so much cooler. It's like a game of Clue. Like who offed himself?
That did
Trevor.
sound really cool.
Self murder. That's
Yeah.
coming out to Hulu next.
Right. That's the name of your next special.
Self-murder?
Self-murder.
Yep.
Not bad. Prime, pick it up.
Yeah. No, I just feel like that's where people are throwing like the bodies,
Oh.
and they bleed out in the tub,
Dude, you
and
know
then
what
they're
I
cleaned
heard?
up.
Big cruises have like a morgue in them. Like, because that many people on cruises are just like old and
Yeah,
choking
yeah.
on a
People
shrimp
could die
cocktail.
in
and
our-
like,
yeah.
nope, they do.
Yeah.
I would
But-
never take a cruise.
Yeah, that makes sense. You wouldn't even like look at the ground. You won't make eye contact with the ground.
I mean,
Yeah,
I will
just being
also
trapped, like-
say you will never find me on a cruise.
Would you go on a cruise at this
I
in
would
this day and
do-
age?
In this economy,
Yeah.
I think I would if it was like a bachelor party or like a big group of good friends.
The only
a lot
time
of judgment on that.
No,
Big,
the only
big
time
bachelor party cruise. Let's get crazy.
A lot of 30-year-olds throwing bachelor parties on the Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, you know, if my boy says we're taking the Norwegian cruise to the Bahamas, we're going.
It's got to
Big
be a
boys
big
trip.
pitch. It's got to be a big pitch, and that guy must be very successful.
The
Yeah.
only time that I
You mean like
ever,
a yacht? Like you're not going on a cruise. Like you'll go on a bachelor party.
Nah,
on
I'll
a
do
yacht.
a Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, the only time I ever really wanted to go on a cruise was when I was like 12, and my friends that would go on cruises would come back, and they'd all have made cruise friends.
Yes.
And like
Wow.
I was so jealous. Like girls would like have their first kiss,
Yep,
or
yep,
like
yep.
have cruise boyfriends.
Yes, cruise boyfriends were
like their
only
cruise
gay.
boyfriends
Okay,
were such
I had a
which
camp
is kind of like a
girlfriend.
camp, exactly,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
like
you
a
had
camp
a camp
girlfriend.
I
girlfriend?
like still think about her to this day.
Well,
Did
as
you
I was
guys
saying, I think people
reconnect
still
every-
think
No.
about their cruise boyfriends.
Never.
No, every summer. Did you reconnect or was it just
No,
one
it was
summer?
one summer,
One summer.
8th grade. We hit it off, and I can feel the moment when we first met for the
Yeah.
first
You
time.
can feel the emotions.
You know, I
right
hope
now.
she's listening to this. Maybe you
Maybe.
guys could reconnect.
You know,
Was it like a first kiss or anything of that or no?
I think mentally it was.
Yeah,
It felt like that.
it felt like a first.
I don't like it. It's like a flash in the pan of like a memory. It's like
Was
it's
it
so
sleepaway camp or
Yeah, sleepaway
Okay,
camp,
okay.
and
Yeah.
it like I can't even like I'm like speechless thinking about this lady.
Yeah.
She might not even been real.
How long was it? How
The
long was
camp?
sleepaway camp?
It was like a week, but
Oh.
like you know when you see that person at camp, you have to like play it cool. You're like, oh, what's up? You're getting breakfast right now? Yeah, I knew that. You know, like
Yeah.
you have to like play it cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Pancakes?
yeah.
That's so cool.
It's like when
Dumbass.
you would where this happened to me a lot. Like I would like have a boyfriend on AIM, right? And you get asked out, but then the next day at school you act like you never
Yeah.
saw each other,
Yeah.
ever spoke to each other in your life.
I would have
Yeah.
24-hour girlfriends on like
Totally.
on AIM. I'd be
Yeah.
like, will you be my girlfriend for the day?
Yeah.
Like a day past the equinox. I'd be like,
Would
you
not,
doing
would,
this?
would not speak in real life, would only
Never.
speak like via text or online. I used to actually run away from my 8th grade boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like in the park that everyone would hang out in town, which I feel like is what everyone had. Something
Everyone
like that.
had a spot.
Yeah.
And it
we
was
had a
like by
movie
the
theater, yeah.
Mine was
like the
Friendly's.
library, the outside of the library.
Yeah.
And I would get a text that he's like, I'm in the front of the library, and I'd be like, oh, coming, but I'd be in the back, and then like I would just
You would
swap
just
for
leave?
like an hour. Like I'd be like, oh, now I'm in the front. Like just because I was so afraid to like
Really?
interact
Right.
with him in real life.
And that's what started like people being afraid to interact in general in real life,
Yeah.
and now everything's online.
That is so true. I didn't know the power.
I would say anything on a text message, but could not say
Yeah.
it to anybody's face.
Right, I was sending out like I love yous.
Yeah.
And yet
I was
we
just
have
gonna say, I
never
didn't know the
spoken
power
person.
of I love you. And I told a girl, first night we're
Yeah.
texting, my high school girlfriend, freshman year. I remember the first night it was like, she's like, okay, I'm going to bed. And then me passive aggressively, like, idiot. I'm like 14. I'm like, okay, ... I love you. Like, you're not going to say it to me?
Excuse me?
Like, we held hands yesterday.
Excuse
Did
me,
that
you're
not
not,
mean-
that's how you're saying goodnight?
you took my hand virginity and you're just going to not say I love you? But like legit was like, no, I love you?
Yeah.
Like my parents do it and we're not.
And she never said it back.
No.
I had like in ninth grade or 8th grade going into 9th grade, I had a boyfriend, the same thing, like AIM, whatever.
Hey.
And, you know,
Yeah.
heading into 9th grade, new dating pool, new high
Yeah, that's
school.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I got to get rid of this. And
This.
this makes me crawl out of my
Self-murder.
skin
Yeah.
thinking about this situation, because who in 8th grade is calling anybody babe or baby? But for some reason, this was our thing that like he would text me, hey babe, and I would have to text hey baby.
Hey, babe.
And then
Baby, you
This
said
is
baby
too,
back.
like-
and I said baby.
It sounds
and
like
then-
two pedos
right.
like typing to each other. Just like, you are so hot, baby, babe,
Yeah.
babe, babe.
And it was every day it was the same. Hey babe, hey baby. And the day I wanted to break up with him, I just wrote hey. And he was like, what's
Something's
wrong?
wrong.
He was like, what's wrong?
Wait, that's
he
actually
knew
huge.
immediately. And
That's
I was
actually
like, that's
huge.
it.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
He's like,
went through the grapevine. He was very upset. His mom told my mom, like, he
The
was
original
really
we need to
upset.
talk.
Right. It was just the hey.
Yeah.
No hey baby.
No, hey, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hell of a spot for us to wrap up, but no, we're getting.
we're getting the wrap up?
Big
Oh my
time.
God, we
Like
haven't
for
even
like
talked about your special.
For like the last,
yeah, it's
for
out.
like the last 5 minutes, they're waiting for them, and you know.
Oh,
we're-
I'm
we're-
No,
sorry.
I
we're-
love that. That's
yes.
so
Yeah.
that like those like stories like are so.
Yeah.
No,
funny.
we've been having a great time, but
Yeah.
yes, we will plug the special.
Yes.
It is on
Yes.
Prime Video.
Prime Video. Thank you so much.
Pterodactyl.
And Check it
Try
out.
and spell it if you want a challenge.
There's a P and a Y in there. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
It's like
Somewhere
a
in there.
fucking Mad Lib.
Go watch
thank
it.
you so
You're
much for having me.
hilarious. Thank you so much for coming on.
All right, thank you.
If you think your friend is the ultimate life of the party, you can nominate them and win a Pink Whitney New York City trip. One lucky winner will receive an epic New York City trip for them and 3 friends, complete with a tour of Barstool HQ. 10 secondary prize winners will receive Pink Whitney party packs with everything you and your crew need to take your shot and throw the ultimate house party. It's easy to enter. Just go to pinkwhitney.com to enter your info. Nominate your life of the party friend and describe how they always make the party next level for a chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip. And of course, make sure to head over to your local bar and order some Pink Whitney. Enter for your chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip at pinkwhitney.com. Once again, enter for your chance to win the ultimate Pink Whitney New York City trip at pinkwhitney.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Rhea and Fran. This is game 100, and we are joined by the lovely Chloe and Emme. They are twin sisters. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the big 100.
Wow.
Hey, thanks for having us for game 100.
Yep. I asked Noah before if there was anything, a little special about, maybe he jazzed it up a little bit. No, regular game 100.
Yeah.
It's just the 100th game.
Yes, and Emme has some pretty lights in the background for her for the game
Thanks.
100. Adds
is
some
true.
pizzazz to the show.
That is true.
All right.
Yeah, they're in my classroom.
Oh, very
cute.
pretty.
Okay, so 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah is going to give us a movie. We're each individually going to guess a score, Rotten Tomatoes critics score. Whoever is the closest, that team will get to go first, and we will alternate guesses. So, Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie, shout out Josie from Marietta, Ohio. Trolls, the first Trolls movie.
Okay.
You go first.
Yeah, so one of you guys give out a guess.
Okay, I feel like it's going to be pretty high because it's, animated, whatever. I'll go 85.
I'm going to go 99.
Ooh. I'm going to go 72.
I'm going to say 81.
72 is the closest. It's 75.
Damn.
Really?
Close.
I thought that we said it once. That's why I thought it was that. Because remember when
What?
we looked up like if Trolls was the Justin Timberlake stuff?
Oh.
Yeah.
That might have been a different movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 1 to Emme and Chloe. Shout out Lizzie and Ren from College Station.
Good way to start off game
Yeah.
100.
They actually, shout out Lizzie and Ren. They sent me 100 questions for game 100.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's
We should have
something-
we should have
that's
done them
something-
all.
That's something special about game 100. You should have said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
right off the bat.
Well, no, but it's not all their questions. Like,
No, I know,
There's
I
other
know,
questions. But thank you, Lizzie and Ren. The Jonas Brothers have 2 featured artists on their album Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. Name the 2 songs on which they are featured artists and the featured artists.
She's like, I don't know. Oh no. I feel like I don't know the Jonas Brothers album titles very well. So I know their songs, but I don't know what
You need
Oh.
to.
You
just have to get
songs.
the song.
albums. I know, but I don't even know what
15
songs the
seconds.
artists are on.
That sounds like an older album. So we'll just throw out like
5
Burnin',
seconds.
Burnin' Up.
Burning Up? Okay, sure.
Incorrect.
Burning Up and yeah.
Surrey and
okay.
I can't think of the other one.
Isn't it Don't
I
Charge
mean,
Me for-
don't charge me for the crime, common. But I'm like spacing on there being a feature on another one of that
15 seconds.
album. Well, we're 3 now.
5 seconds. 3, 2.
No, I have no idea.
Before the Storm, Miley Cyrus.
Oh my god.
Damn. Damn.
Yikes. That's embarrassing for me. I'll hand
I would have thought that you would have got the Miley one, not the common one.
No, the common one is notoriously bad, and I talk about it all the time. Before the Storm, I like forget is on that album.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, still 0-0. This is question number 2 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Kat from Hoboken. Finish this Taylor Swift lyric from Champagne Problems.
Forget it.
1 for the money, 2 for the show.
3 to get
Oh
ready.
gosh.
It's their question.
1 for the money, 2 for the show. I mean, you got lyrics question. Useless. I don't even have a guess. I can I can like sing along to the melody.
I'm not too
but I make up
familiar.
my own words.
I'm not too familiar with this song.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
to Emme and Chloe.
It's all you.
Okay, I don't know exactly. It was like 1 for the money, 2 for the show. She never was ready, so I watched you go. Something like that. I'll just go, she never was ready, so I watched you go.
So close.
That's my
So
guess.
close. It's I never was ready, so I watched you go.
No, man.
Damn, that was very
That's rough.
close.
That's close.
That's extremely
Yeah, that's
close.
rough.
Okay, still 0-0. It's question number 3 to Emme and Chloe. Shout out Samantha from Omaha, Nebraska. On Ted Lasso, what treat does Ted give his colleagues that they find irresistible?
Oh, it's the biscuits, the cookies that he makes. And he calls them biscuits. But they're cookies.
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
Correct. All right, on the board. 1-0, Emme and Chloe. Question number 4 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Lindsay and Joey from Arlington, Virginia. In Friends, why did they throw Rachel 2 birthday parties across the hall from each other at the same time?
What? Oh man, I only remember her 30th birthday party. Oh, they threw her 2 birthday parties across the hall from each other at the same time? This isn't ringing any bells. Oh,
Yeah, I got
gosh.
nothing.
Oh,
5 seconds.
goodness. I don't know.
Because of Ross, I don't like.
All
It's
right,
just
time
a
is
guess.
up.
Because of Ross.
Incorrect. To Emme and Chloe.
Dang.
We know it.
Because it's because they invited both their parents, but their parents, or both of Rachel's parents, but
Yeah, the
her
mom
parents
and the
didn't
dad.
get the same room. They didn't want them to interact.
Yeah, so the mom had one party, the dad had the other party.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Correct.
Damn.
Yes. They were going through a divorce.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Oh shit. Must not be one that I rewatch often.
We're children of divorce, so we probably get it.
It resonated with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
We get it.
2-0. Emme and Chloe, and this question's to them. Shout out Danielle from Hebron, Maine. What color are SpongeBob's eyes?
I feel
They're
like
blue.
Yeah, aren't they blue? I would think so.
They're blue. They're blue. They're definitely.
Okay. Blue final answer.
Correct.
Wow.
Nice.
That's one of those
That's
ones where
pretty
like
close.
you like
SpongeBob.
your instinct is to say blue and then you're
Yeah.
like, wait, does SpongeBob have blue eyes?
Yeah.
I know when you picture it, you're like, wait.
Okay, 3-0, Emme and Chloe. Question number 6 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Lizzie and Ren from College Station. In The Princess Diaries 2, what animal does Mia say she looks like after Paulo does her hair?
Poodle? Is that a?
That's always a go-to.
Is that a common? I forget. What does her hair even look like? Is it super curly?
We can go with poodle. I don't recall this
It
one.
look like a
10 seconds.
poodle's all I
Poodle.
got.
Incorrect. To Emme and Chloe.
I don't know. The only other thing that came to my mind was if he like put gel, it'd be like a drowned rat. But I don't know. I'm sure that's not it. I have no idea. Chloe, do you know?
15 seconds.
I have no idea. Just throw it out.
Okay, drowned rat. Final answer.
Incorrect. A moose.
A moose?
Oh,
Not
How does
ringing
your
any
hair
bells?
look like a moose?
no.
Still 3-0. Emme and Chloe.
I mean, I just make all the. Is that from the first one or the second one when Paolo was like, make all the boy moose go wah? Is that from the second one?
Okay, question number 7.
Must be from that one, obviously.
To Emme and Chloe, shout out Karina and Ian from Omaha. In the movie The Longest Yard, the remake, what actress plays Adam Sandler's girlfriend?
We just have to guess something because, okay, who has Adam Sandler been in a lot of movies with?
Jennifer Aniston, Drew Barrymore. I don't know. I don't want to get too many people, but that's all I can think of for his typical counterparts.
10 seconds.
We'll just throw out one of them. We'll just guess Jennifer Aniston. Final answer.
Incorrect.
I don't know this. I've never
one.
seen this movie.
The Longest Yard is the movie. Yeah, I saw it a lot. I've not watched this movie in a long time. I have no idea.
I don't think it's Drew Barrymore.
No, I don't think it's either one of those like the ones. I don't know. I got nothing.
10 seconds.
Want to just throw out a guess?
I'm trying to think of a name.
5.
Cameron Diaz.
Time is up. Incorrect. Courtney Cox.
Oh,
Okay. Really?
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have never guessed
Nope.
Courtney Cox.
Nope.
Okay, still 3-0. Emme and Chloe. This is question number 8 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Claire from Oregon. In Gilmore Girls, how does Luke get a black eye?
I've never seen Gilmore Girls. Just not my game.
No, me neither. And I believe the last Gilmore Girls question, I said I was really due for a Gilmore Girls rewatch, and I have not done that. So, how does Luke get a black eye?
10 seconds.
No clue.
To Emme and Chloe.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
we
it?
haven't watched it. I've seen like the first 5 episodes. So I have no idea either.
What's thought, I guess? He got a black eye.
15 seconds.
He fell down the stairs.
Cool.
Final answer.
Incorrect. A swan attack. A swan.
I do remember that.
Strong
Oh.
swan.
Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
Never guessed that.
He's embarrassed to tell the real reason. And
Yeah.
now
Okay, question number 9 to Emme and Chloe. Shout out Lizzie and Ren from College Station. What is on the necklace Conrad gives Belly in The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Did you watch that?
No. Did you?
No.
Oh no.
What's on the necklace?
I would just guess like his name or something.
I feel like it has to be more creative than that. To be your question.
Never seen it.
Okay.
5 seconds.
A rose.
Final
answer.
Incorrect.
I think it's the infinity symbol.
Yes, because I remember people being like, "Really, we're still doing this?"
Yeah. The infinity symbol. Final answer.
Correct.
Say B for belly.
Okay. 3-1, Rhea and Fran. Now we're on the movie question. This is to them. We'll play a movie clip. You tell me what movie it's from.
Please.
He put his girlfriend in a coma. Yeah. You know, the way you do.
She's not my
He
girlfriend.
didn't, but he signed a paper that allowed doctors to put.
He suggested it.
She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. They said she's gonna be fine, so they're gonna be fine. Doctors, no medical stuff.
I have no idea. Shit.
I didn't even recognize a single voice.
Me either. Fuck.
Was one of them maybe the guy from The Social Network?
Andrew Garfield?
No. The other
Jesse
guy.
Eisenberg?
Five
Jesse
seconds.
Eisenberg.
What other movies he been in? Zombieland.
Time is up.
Zombieland.
Incorrect.
That would have been.
Tammy and Chloe.
That would have been awesome.
I don't recognize any of the names or the voices either.
Can you play it one more time?
He put his girlfriend in a coma. Yeah. You know, the way you do.
She's not my
He
girlfriend.
didn't, but he signed a paper that allowed doctors to put.
He suggested it.
She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. They said she's gonna be fine, so they're gonna be fine. Doctors, no medical stuff.
I have no idea.
Not reading
Pass.
any of those.
All right, time is up.
Can I make a guess?
It won't count, but yes.
Upon
No, I
second
know.
listen.
Yeah, The Big Sick.
Correct.
Oh.
Damn it!
Oh shoot!
Oh shit!
We should have asked. To
Should have asked to
we
play
should
it
have
again.
just asked to play it again.
That's all right. No point, but
Yep.
I like that I got it the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was more like the plot was like if you were like what movie did someone put their girlfriend
When I
in a coma?
really zoned in without the pressure.
Yep.
Okay, still 3-1. Emme and Chloe. And this is question number 11 to them. Shout out Lizzie and Ren from College Station, Texas. What historical landmark do Lizzie and Isabella perform What Dreams Are Made Of?
Oh.
In the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Well, wouldn't it be the Statue of Liberty if it was in New York? Was it in New York? I've
10
not seen this
seconds.
movie in so many years.
I don't know if it was New York.
5.
But I don't.
All right,
I don't
time
like
is
that
up.
kid.
Statue of Liberty, final answer.
Incorrect.
Was it the Coliseum?
Yes, the
The
Coliseum.
Coliseum in
In
Italy.
Rome. Yep.
Correct.
Didn't even have.
I would love to see a concert at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
I know. I was
It'd be
like,
tight.
I didn't think of that.
it's a very small venue. That
You were
would
thinking
be.
dreams,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
dreams come true,
Yeah.
New York.
Okay, 3-2.
On the ferry.
Emme and Chloe, and this question is to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Natalie from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Name the actor or actress that is in all of these movies or TV shows. Cinderella Story, Freaky Friday, Riverdale, Dawson's Creek.
What was the last one?
Dawson's Creek.
I know the middle one.
Riverdale.
Oh, Chad Michael Murray.
Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah, Chad Michael
Final
Murray.
answer.
Yeah.
Correct. Tied up.
I'm
3-all.
shocked. I'm shocked.
You're shocked
Yeah.
that you're tied?
Yeah, I'm shocked that we even got any right.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
I second that.
Question number 13. Shout out Julia, wherever you are. In Friends with Benefits. This is to Emme and Chloe. In Friends with Benefits, name one actor from the couple in the fictional rom-com they watch in the movie.
Did you watch that?
No.
Dang it. Dang it. Okay, one actor. Who's like a prominent actor right now?
A rom-com actor. I don't know.
10 seconds. 5.
I got nothing.
Leonardo DiCaprio, final answer.
Incorrect. To Rhea and Fran.
Why do I want to say Dave Franco? Do you know? Do you have a guess?
No, but I like that guess. I like. You know
Like-
what? I'm really I'm confusing the fake movie trailer from The Holiday
15 seconds.
and this.
I really want to say Dave
I think
Franco.
you're right. I think you're right. I would go Dave Franco.
I'm gonna go Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Are you,
It's Jason Segel and Rashida Jones.
Oh.
Dave Franco might be in a fictional
Is
movie.
Dave Franco in the one in The Holiday?
Is
No,
what-
no,
I
that's
just,
Lindsay Lohan. And,
Yeah.
I'm picturing Dave Franco in like a fake.
Yeah. So am I.
Ah, damn it.
Okay.
Yep.
Two more
Jason
questions.
Segel. Ugh.
It's tied up at 3. Question number 14 to Rhea and Fran. Shout out Kat from Hoboken. In The Parent Trap, what is Hallie's favorite meal that Chessie makes for her?
Is this us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chili. You love
chili.
You love chili.
Yeah.
Chili.
Correct. I have cornbread and chili, but it is chili.
Chili.
What are your thoughts?
I liked your Chessy reenactment.
I'm upset with myself because I was gonna say cornbread chili, but that would then be, that would be a combination of the two. I don't know. I can't tell you what to give us.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know, but it is chili. But it's
cornbread and
chili.
Well, you love chili. I don't know. That's on you, or ask an outside
I think we're
person.
once again in a scenario of you saying correct, and we have to roll with it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if I said
Yeah,
incorrect, and then you found out what the answer was, would you be like, no, that's right?
I think we would have done. Oh, we missed something.
I was.
I don't know.
God, I forgot the cornbread part. Or maybe we would have been like, oh, it's chili. I don't know. It's who's to
Yeah,
say.
I can't tell you how we would have reacted because you said correct.
I think chili is chili.
I don't know what to do.
Why are you looking at us?
I don't know.
You're the judge.
Yeah, and you set the precedent.
And we
with,
can't.
you know,
This is our answer. We can't
yeah.
fight. You know what I mean? What are we supposed to do? You said correct.
All right, we're gonna go with
If they have an objection, then I would say
No.
Then maybe we don't
There's
count
no
it. But if
objection.
they don't have an objection, then maybe we count it.
Because to me, you knew the reenactment. You did the whole reenactment.
Yeah.
That
and
means
you also
knew it.
yeah. I think you got it, and you said you were gonna say
Yeah.
cornbread. I believe you.
Yeah, you don't have to believe me.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
We're gonna give it to you.
All right, you
Okay.
and who else decided over there? Just
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to you. There's always something.
Yeah, I just don't want to get in trouble again.
I don't know what to tell you. Like
I just don't,
Yeah.
like I just don't want people telling me we have superiority complexes.
okay.
We're okay with it.
I feel ya.
So your call, Noah. The ball is in your court.
I'm
We're
making a
moving
list.
on.
I think it's gone too far now that I can't be like, actually,
Okay,
no.
all right,
Yeah.
okay, that's it. Moving on. Next question.
Okay, 4-3, final question.
We really got ourselves in a pickle with this game.
Chance,
Truly, how does this happen every time?
and it's always at the end. Like, chance to send it into overtime for Emme and Chloe. Shout out Courtney from New Jersey and Christina from Connecticut. Which actor from the show Friday Night Lights has a cameo in the movie John Tucker Must Die?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Did you see
Dang
John
it.
Tucker Must Die?
From the movie
No,
Friday
you?
Night Lights?
No, from the show.
Oh, from the show.
I said from the show.
No, I didn't see John Tucker Must Die.
15 seconds.
Friday Night Lights has been around for a long time. Who's an actor you think might be in that?
I should know this. I feel bad. We are so bad at the TV and movie questions. It's so embarrassing.
5 seconds.
I don't know.
Time is up.
Yes.
Tori and Fran.
John Tucker Must Die. I mean, can only just think of the one guy.
I know, but was Taylor Kitsch? Did he have a weird part in John Tucker Must Die? I mean, I know that movie pretty thoroughly.
I don't think so. Penn Badgley was never in Friday Night Lights.
No. What about one of the girls?
Minka Kelly. I don't really know like all the other actor and actresses.
Same in Friday Night
names.
Lights. Pass.
Like I just know their character names.
Cornbread and chili.
Connie Britton? I don't know.
Time is up. Final answer.
Connie Britton, final answer.
Incorrect. Taylor Kitsch.
What?
Oh.
Does he have a weird role in John
Wait,
Tucker
what
Must
He
Die?
does. He was a neighbor in
What part
John
did-
Tucker
Oh,
Must Die.
no. He plays the mom's boyfriend.
Mom's boyfriend.
Oh, yes. Wow. Skip.
They're all Skip.
That's Taylor Kitsch?
Yes. I hate myself.
See, you know what? I was really hoping you were
Wow.
going to get that so that the question number 14 would
Didn't
just
matter?
didn't matter. And now it's going to be like, well,
I don't know what to say.
you guys get the win. Game 100.
All right.
Of
all
course,
right.
it's controversial.
Yeah.
This game is just Always controversial now.
That's what we are, the controversial game show, trivia show.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys so much for playing. You guys played a great game. Did not think we were going to get any of those questions right. So,
getting that Jonas Brothers one off the bat really just set me,
exactly,
put me in a bad place.
But thank you guys so much for playing. You guys were awesome.
Amazing job.
Yep. And if you get a chance,
I really wish there were these moments didn't happen.
Yeah.
So do I. Listen.
Same.
So do
I think we all can agree that we wish they didn't happen.
I think I don't even know like how we can avoid that.
I think maybe we all need to take a good look in the mirror.
It's like you have to get exact like
yeah.
I don't know like.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough.
It comes down to you a lot of the
times. I know,
times,
but then
in all seriousness,
it comes down to me. But then people aren't happy with my decisions.
Well, because you also blindly. Which is fine because a majority of the questions are well written and right, but you do blindly go with the submitted question. You know, you're like, well, this is the answer I have.
No, that's not true. I fact check.
All right, well, let's ask Emme and Chloe.
I looked it up and it was cornbread and chili.
Yeah.
It's just what you guys said.
I'm not arguing about that. I'm saying I think historically that can get us into trouble sometimes.
As contestants on the show and viewers.
Yes. I have to go to rehearsal anyways, so I'm okay with not
what
doing
but what do you guys think of like, you know, when it comes to the answer? Like, do you like as a viewer and contestant, are you like, does it have to be exact or, you know, or is it like
there's a little wiggle room?
There's a little wiggle room.
I think
like the words
I think there's a little wiggle room, and I think it's like kind of funny every time it happens. Like I end up laughing a little bit, you know, like in my car.
At least I hope so.
Honestly,
at
least
that's
you're
the
laughing.
First time we've gotten that comment. So
Yes.
at least
Really?
at least there's one person that laughs at it.
Yeah.
You know what?
I really do.
And we will
There was another episode recently where you guys, it was like a same situation where you like did a
Kevin James
reenactment.
Kevin
you
James
like did a
gate.
reenactment of something, and I was like, well, that means she knows it. And same thing with today. I was like, that means you know it because you reenacted it. I forget what the other one was.
Like, would you get the question right on Jeopardy? I don't know. Like
but what about the?
But we're
how
not
I said
Jeopardy, are we?
no, I know.
Right. Well, again,
she instead of I on the Taylor Swift question.
Right. And then you didn't give it to Emme.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe I think it's like you're not consistent.
Right. Yeah. And it's the type of question,
That's
right?
a good point. That's a good
like,
point.
Lyrics, it has to be exact.
Exact. Yeah.
But then there's wiggle room on other questions. I don't know. Team meeting later.
Yeah, right.
We'll figure it out.
Well, thank you guys so much. And
100 games. You think we would have figured this out?
Yeah, right. And thank you for your input because
yes, we thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, we
It
appreciate
is nice hearing it from a person in real life.
In reality,
seeing it into
over the
our
course
face.
of 100 games, it's only happened probably like 5-ish
50 times.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you guys
thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to play with us. We appreciate it. And hopefully you still get your giggles when we mess up at trivia.
Yes. And when you get a chance, just send Noah your address and sizes, and we'll send you guys some merch.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Game
Thanks.
100.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you guys so much. We hope you have a magical weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.